rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasting like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, was good. It's your number one Chief Rocket in the building. Salute. Salute. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast, man. I'm your man's, the number one Chief Rocker. Ronnie Hankins, I saw you. Yeah, you better be subscribed with both of them. That's all I'm going to say. You better be subscribed with both of them, bro. Salute to my man Atkins in the building. Salute. Knicks Nation, what's good? What's good? Yo, what's good, man? It's good to see y'all, man. Good to be with y'all, man. It's a good night for your main man, Uncle Freezy. Yo, you know what I'm saying? My Bears won. My Knicks won. Beat both Washington teams. No, I'm sorry. My Knicks lose, but they look decent. And I saw a lot of great things tonight from my Knicks, even though we lost. I saw a lot of good things tonight. I'm excited about them. My Bears won, beat the Commanders in the rain. We owed their asses. I don't know. For football fans out there, y'all know the Bears and the Commanders have been rivals for a minute. Yo, Hotline Bling says, are we jumping on the table this year? Hey, you know what? I know out the window is like an old school saying. Remember how we used to be like, yo, he jumping out the window? I know that's old school. But in a nutshell, I just want to talk about some things tonight that I saw. I saw a lot of good things tonight, man. The first thing I saw tonight from the Knicks is that even though we lost to the Wizards, even though we lost the preseason game, I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna just say it, man. Losing a preseason game don't mean nothing to me, right? That don't mean nothing to me, in a sense of losing a game, a preseason game. That don't mean nothing to me, right? Now, what it signals, Prezi, like, fire everybody. Now, what it means to me is that the organization is thinking future forward. Like the organization legit is thinking future forward. Like they ain't thinking about, they don't care about no Washington Wizards in the preseason, man. If y'all remember in the fourth preseason game last year, Precious and Landry Shamet got hurt in those games last year. Yo, yeah, we lost. May as well trade everybody for Giannis. We lost, trade everyone for Giannis. Right? Trolling, of course. A lot of things, a lot of good things I think I saw tonight. I think Pacom Dadie's defense is gonna be something. I think that's gonna be a thing. I think Yabusele's positional flexibility. Yo, wave space in the building. Salute. I meant to say salute. Salute wave space in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Sherwin in the building. Salute. Ribs was good. Prezi in the building. Coach was good. I think the Dadier defense thing, the Dadier defense is going to be a thing. I think the Yabusele, the way he looks, and the way Yabusele looks is he looks like we're probably, if he is this going forward, we're gonna re-sign him. If Yabusele is this, then yeah, we don't have to worry about, like, our 3-man big rotation is set. Right? We won't have to worry about, we don't need no young bigs unless we're talking about like for depth purposes. Rib says, tell Milwaukee they're gonna take all the Knicks bums for the greatest player in their franchise history. and Atkins is trying to steal my point tonight. I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna get to this, right? But what I really want to talk about, man, is or in addition to what where we began the conversation, we definitely need to speak to this. This team is deep, y'all. This team is deep. This team is deep, man. Brogdon, Clarkson, Garrison Matthews really Gary Bird didn't jump off the page today, but he's still something to keep an eye on. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. It's been a long day, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a long day. I don't know what to tell you about who should stay and who should go in terms of the 14th and 15th player on the roster. I do know that Mo Diawara impressed a little bit. Who else impressed a little bit? Tyler Kolek impressed a little bit. Kev McCullough impressed a little bit. Kev McCullough had 5 assists tonight. Mo Diawara dribbling with either hand. While that sounds like it's nothing, to me, that's very impressive for a young player. The kid, Trey Jemison. Trey Jemison looked all right. Overall, it looked like guys were really putting everything on the line to earn a job. That hadn't always been the case. Virtuoso in the building says, can Alex Len be a serviceable backup big? Yes, that's exactly what he is. He's a serviceable backup big. He's the epitome of that. That's what he is. A serviceable backup big. I don't know if I like the pace tonight. The pace didn't really, the pace didn't jump out to me tonight like that. G.I. in the building. Corey Lee in the building. Salute, gents.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Lee, what's good, bro?
Nothing. I don't even talk. I don't have no Cowboys conversations.
November 9th. I'm going to just say that to Corey Lee. November 9th. Guess who's coming to dinner? A naughty dreadlock. Coach,
welcome
what's good,
to
bro?
the win. Welcome to the win column, GI.
Coach.
As a Bucks fan, I'm used to being there lately. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
What a good baseball game tonight, though.
Yeah.
The Dodgers and the Brewers, real good game.
Yeah.
Freezer, y'all pull that out?
Of course not, bro. You know, I pull out game ain't that good, bro. Relax, come on.
Wow.
Pause,
bro. Lee, pause, relax, bro.
take a breath and go for y'all.
Yeah. Yo, so a few things happened tonight, and I'm going to talk about the good and the bad. So, chat, listen. I'm going to talk about the good and the bad. And when I talk about the good and the bad, I'm not jumping out the window saying we're going to go 82-0 on the good stuff. And I'm not slamming and hating on guys, right? That's not. I'm just going to talk about the good and the bad. We'll praise some and criticize some. G.I., is that fair?
Let's do it.
Just call it down the middle. Deuce McBride looked like trash tonight.
Where's his lift? Where's his lift? He doesn't have no lift. He doesn't look athletic at all offensively. He was getting ripped. I mean, it was embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, it seems like he was given. It's like Mike Brown just gave him the keys tonight to run the whole game.
Yep.
And just to see what he does, what he can do, because he's the only guy that played from the beginning all the way to the end, pretty much. Like, it was a real game for him as far as minutes.
I think his trade value dropped tonight.
Well, what probably so. What I will say though is every time I see Deuce McBride start, he looks like this. Like every time we see Deuce start a game, bro, this is what he looked like.
I mean, he was just totally robotic. I'm sorry, Coach. My last rant, because Freezy started this. He dropped the bomb, and I jumped on it. He looked totally robotic. It was not fluid. He wasn't leading players to get what they were supposed to get. And I'm gonna wait because hopefully we talk about Malcolm Brogdon, but I'm gonna stop and behave myself. Say, Coach, what's up, Coach? Miss you, brother.
What's up, brother? Miss you too, man.
See, Lee, thanks for having me tonight, guys. It's a Knicks freestyle takeover. No disrespect.
Hell yeah.
I'll let you have that one.
So, like,
Do it.
I mean, pretty much after today, there might have to be a conversation over the whole preseason, not just tonight's game. Tonight's game was just like the cherry on top. Tyler Kolek is looking like he's more ready to run the team better than Deuce has shown. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, the whole preseason, Tyler Kolek's looked better. And I don't know.
You
if that's
absolutely bugging. Ain't no way you just said that, bro.
Thank you.
Ain't
you.
no
I
way. You just said
That
that.
is crazy talk,
Watching the
coach.
whole
Coach,
it ain't
that
crazy.
is crazy talk, coach.
tonight.
I'm just going by what I saw, bro. When I look at
tonight for sure.
Even the last 2 games that Tyler's been in, he's been way more efficient as far as like minutes, like points per minute. Like he's made more use of his minutes. I'll put it that way. Maybe I overstepped, like making it seem like he's 100 times better, but he's made way better use of his minutes than Deuce has. And this has nothing to do with us. The scorers on the scoreboard, how today ended up. I'm just going by what I've been seeing. And besides that first preseason game, Deuce McBride's look like hot garbage.
Okay.
As far as being a point guard in the NBA.
Okay.
I mean, you can't defend anybody that's taller than 6'3". I mean, look what happened whenever he got caught up. Everyone gets beat. I get that. But yeah, just like Pressy the Ball said, like
Deuce, I actually seen Deuce get hot a couple of preseason games, coach. I actually seen him, but his lift tonight was, and his ability to escape players in front of him is. So I don't know that Deuce, if he's not athletic enough, he can't just be a tank. This is the NBA. I don't know if we could get
He probably
something
put on
Deuce.
too much muscle this summer.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but he does not look fluid. If he's not going to be fluid, we got to go ahead and let Deuce. But can I start with Malcolm Brogdon or?
Let me get I think you introduced Malcolm Brogdon first, and I definitely wanted to talk about him too. Like maybe we could talk about the entire point guard grouping.
Yeah, the possible guard rotation, or who deserves.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon looks old. Pack him up. Get him some ice bags. And sit them home. The man looks. He looks 50 years old. He's out of shape. What is we doing? Get him
Andre Miller.
What? Get him the hell out of here. What is he doing?
Y'all serious?
He couldn't get past nobody, man. He had no lift. He had no.
Bro,
it's fast.
Bro, GI's calling him Malcolm X out. Malcolm X out.
Wow. Oh,
bro,
my God.
there was no breaking his fast at all. It was all break.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Malcolm, don't call me Bean Pie Brogdon.
Did y'all hear what G.I. said?
So you saying he's a bean pie instead of a ham sandwich?
y'all killing Malcolm Brogdon tonight, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna front. When I first heard G.I. say, "Hey, can we talk about Brogdon?"
I thought it was like,
that's what I was thinking too, Coach.
I am crying, man.
I thought G.I. was going to be the new president of the Brogdon Hive.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man.
I was like, yo, what is he doing? He was moving in slow motion. I was like, what in the... Oh, man.
I can't believe... Yo, y'all dragging me into deep water, bro. Y'all dragging... Tyler Kolek is better than Deuce, and Malcolm Brogdon is wide. Y'all dragging me.
I'm not co-signing that first one.
Bro,
but
I did not say
I'm with
Kolek is better.
Out of there. He's not. I'm not keeping him over Kolek.
Bro, I said he looked better than Deuce with his opportunities. So if y'all want to translate it, and that means saying Kolek's better, that's so be it. But that's
I'm not putting. I don't want to put. I'm not trying to lie on you or put. You know what I'm saying, or twist what you're saying. Right.
I know.
But what I will say though is, I thought the guard spot was going to be solidified, and then I saw some of them shots that Jordan Clarkson took tonight. And I saw some of them bad turnovers from Clarkson. And we wasn't running.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to understand these pieces, the Brogdons, the Clarksons, the Yabuselis, the Josh Harts, the Pacome Daddiers, the Mitch, the Deuce McBrides.
Right.
They're guys that will perform well when there's 2 or 3 other real starting NBA players in the game. We ain't going to be playing the game with all the backups.
You can't put Josh Hart in with them, no, coach. Come on now.
I'm just saying he's one of the backups, but Josh Hart ain't Josh Hart without the rest of the starters either. Let's not. That's what I'm just saying. Like Josh Hart can't carry a team. Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, duly noted. That's understandable.
It's like if we judge some of the young guys that are in G League, like, oh, he looked like, well, he's playing with other people that aren't that good too.
I think Josh Hart's talent will reign in any arena. I really do. I think he's that good. Is he a superstar? No. But does he compete hard and got the skill sets for the game? He really does. And that makes it I'll take Josh Hart on my team a lot of times in the week. I really would, coach. He's a culture guy too.
Yeah, I agree with that, but Robin ain't taking on one of the bad guys himself.
Okay.
You know
I understand what you're saying. Like Robin's not going to take on the Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, like he'll have his moments.
But Nightwing will.
Nightwing will, though. Yeah.
But like when Batman and him and they're all going at it, like, he's gonna have some moments. You know what I'm saying? Like Robin gonna get a couple lefts in and kapows and bammo and pow.
Right. Well.
But
so what do y'all think about? So what do y'all think about since it's a freestyle takeover? What do y'all think about Matthews? I really like him at times. I think it's down to him and Shaman for the last spot. Malcolm Brogdon's not making this team.
I don't think him or Garrison Matthews is gonna make the team, bro.
It's only gonna be Shaman.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Shaman.
God,
I like Gary Bird though. I like Gary Bird, but would you trade Tyler Kolek to make room for Gary Bird?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Kolek's too little though. I don't want no little guards in today's NBA. I don't, unless you shoot like Steph Curry. If not, I don't want to. So that's my only knock on Kolek. I'm never going to be big on them. We need bigger guards.
Yeah.
We really do.
I mean, Brunson gets away with it because he's built like a fire hydrant.
Right, but we got to put if you're going to get some minutes, you got to play around Brunson. I don't want to keep playing little at the guard spot, man. There's too many tough guards in this league to be trying to play little, and they winning the championships, and their teams are going far to big guards.
Yeah, especially when we got to keep using our wing, one of our best wings, to defend them, the other best team's guards.
Exactly. And then you got to pray you got a Mitchell Robinson that can clean everything up on the back end. He's that good defensively. But if not, man, when Mitch wasn't there, our defense looked totally different. Nobody could ever say that. Bless Mitch this year, man. Mitch is the key to our success.
And like with Gary Matthews, I know he's not known for defense, but
he's been scrappy though.
He seems like because his size, he's low key bigger than he looks. He's bigger than Brogdon and Shamet.
Hey, Gary Bird is.
Oh no, Brogdon is big, brother. He out there looking like a whole linebacker.
well, I mean his length too and everything. Mike Matthews is a legit wing size guy.
Yeah, he's about Mike Evans size. Y'all know Mike Evans? NFL wide receiver. He about. Absolutely. Well, no, Mike Evans might be smaller than him a little bit, right? He might be a little bit smaller. I think Matthews is like 6'6", 215, 6'6", 220, something like that. IKB Dre is in the building. Salute.
Like I said, you know.
Oh, this was your game today, Dre. Not
Dre,
but
what
Wayne
up, bro?
Fest in there.
That game was terrible.
But I told you about Justin Fields, bro. I told y'all about Justin Fields, bro.
You didn't have to explain it to me. I already knew he was garbage.
He was.
But let the guy.
He dust in the field.
Hey, look, let the guy talk that has an MVP quarterback on the rise. Go ahead, coach.
Oh, I thought you was talking about me.
Nah.
Y'all don't even Caleb yet, bro.
Oh, you so much talking to
right
me.
Now is looking like Baker Mayfield.
I think it's both. I think it's Dak and Baker, bro. Both of them look, and Daniel Jones.
Dak ain't winning enough games.
Yeah, Baker's got the stats and the record right now.
Yeah, and Daniel.
So it's only a third of the way, so we'll see.
Bro, Daniel Jones made some throws the other day, bro. You was like, yo, this dude is looking like he more accurate than Andrew Luck almost, bro. Right now.
And I'm wondering where the hell did all that come from?
Well, when you give a guy an offensive line, you can hide all his flaws.
Well, yeah,
Daniel Jones has no line. He's just a guy, less than a guy. He's just terrible.
Yeah. Hey, let me do this though. Let me do this because G.I. brought up a point, man, and I'm shocked. I'm speechless about what he said about Malcolm Brogdon, bro. Yeah, I honestly felt like the last couple of games that Malcolm Brogdon was like the stabilizer for this team. The last two games, the Minnesota game where it looked like Minnesota was just going to wash us off the floor, and Brogdon come in and just stabilize, get everybody in the right position, and we didn't blow them out, but it kind of stopped the bleeding. If that makes sense, like a guy to come in and just steady the calm everything down and line everybody up. But I tell you who hasn't done that. Deuce McBride, bro. This thing with if another Knicks fan ever
twice.
Bro, if a Knicks fan ever say anything about Deuce McBride and starting, I'm telling you, they're a Brooklyn Nets fan, bro. Right? The dude, how is your point guard going to turn the ball over on an inbound play? Your point guard. I know it's preseason, right? But basketball is basketball. Like small fundamental plays. Come on, like I can deal with the 2 for 9 from 3-point land. It happens. Some nights you're just not gonna have it. Steph Curry probably had 2 for 9 nights before, but turning the ball over on an inbound play, that's basic. That's one of the first things you learn in basketball, bro. This line right here, don't cross it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Deuce, bro. And quite frankly, when we're talking about going into season 5, if we talking about going into season 5, bro, if that was RJ Barrett or Emmanuel Quickly doing that, we'd be trying to trade them to the Dallas Mavericks, bro. Am I the only one that saw Deuce not able to make basic NBA ball handling plays tonight?
I saw Deuce just going for what he knows more than that. You're right, though, Freezy. I agree. But it's just like he had the great. All he kept thinking about was just shooting the basketball. That's all he kept doing.
Well, they're supposed to play fast. They're supposed to play up instinct and play fast. But he has no offensive fluidity to get it done.
Nah. And I'm rooting for Deuce, bro. But when you're a point guard and you turn the ball over on the inbounds, come on, that's unforgivable, bro.
Point guard. We still calling him that, Freezy?
Yeah, that's what he calling himself.
Point guard size. He ain't a point guard.
bro. I mean, think about it.
He's a point wing.
I legit saw him. He was not pressured. There was no pressure on the inbound, right? There was no pressure on the inbound. The guy was standing in front of him, and he just bobbled the ball and stepped on the line. And you're a point guard. You're a ball handler. That don't make sense, bro. But I can't ever have the Deuce McBride as a starter conversation ever, because we always get these games. And Dre, think about this. If you're trying to be a point guard and you set the starter and you start, right, as the de facto, as the respected, tenured point guard, right? It's not that Deuce was a former All-Star. It's he been here longer. You know what I'm saying? He been through more stuff with the team. So it's like, okay, you play mostly point guard tonight, right? But bro, come on, dog. Really? You can't inbound? Did y'all see the play where he denied the screen and tried to cross the dude over and the dude picked him clean like a fishbone?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, man. You sat right there and watched that together.
Yeah. At the free throw line. It's not even like it's way back out on the perimeter either. I don't understand it, bro. Like when Coach was saying Tyler Cole look better than Deuce tonight, I agree. I don't know if I can say if it's been like that for a while, but what I do know is Deuce McBride had a bad shooting night tonight, right? Deuce McBride had a bad shooting night last Thursday. Deuce McBride had a bad shooting night game 2 in Abu Dhabi, 1 for 3, right? But I just can't. At what point, Gi? At what point do we say, you know what? Maybe we gotta do something different.
I think now's the time. I don't think Mike Brown he's not gonna get a long leash. I hope he knows he's not gonna have a long leash. I think you gotta make whatever moves you're gonna make. You gotta be aggressive now. You've been aggressive to this point. You fired Tibbs. It doesn't get more aggressive than that. Man took you to the Eastern Conference Finals and you fired him. It's all out. It's desperation time to me. That's why I didn't really understand the move. But I'm expecting to come out hitting on. I don't want to hear this be patient stuff. No, why would we do? I mean, you take how many steps back? How many steps forward? We going back? How many steps forward? You got to have good playoff positioning. You got to have home field advantage. That starts from week 1 in this league.
Right. I was gonna say, because I understand this preseason, right? But
we talking about his leash already?
Mike Brown?
Yeah.
I'm not. I said this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what GI was saying.
Oh no, I was gonna say
I'm
something
letting
different.
them know the stakes is high. I want to see desperation very early in his.
De La Soul.
De La Soul, stakes is high. Jay Dilla.
From the soul, black medallion, no gold.
Right. I know it's preseason, right? But preseason mistakes are you get dribble penetration, and the corner guy is supposed to cut, but he faked the cut and stay in the corner, and you throw the ball out of bounds. Y'all
no chemistry.
Y'all not on the same page. That's preseason stuff.
Yabusele did that earlier.
Yeah, see, that's preseason stuff, right? Preseason stuff is there you go. Oh, there you go. You was backstage, but I couldn't click on your thing. I'm not for sure what was going on.
Okay,
It just wasn't connect.
Can everyone hear me?
But
we hear you, brother. How you doing?
Preseason stuff is like 2 defenders going with 1 ball handler and leaving somebody open because of lack of communication. That's preseason stuff. But turning the ball over on an inbounds and you're a guard, that's basketball stuff. That's not preseason stuff. You don't ever do that. That's not ever supposed to be a thing, right? Like getting your pocket pick clean twice in the same spot on the floor. That's not preseason stuff. That's handles stuff. That's if you don't have handles, bro.
Frizzy, I'm going to say one thing real quick before I
Can
continue.
you say hello to the panel?
Yes, hello everyone. It is I, Yuri. How's everyone
What's
doing?
up, Yuri?
What's up,
Yuri,
Yuri?
salute everyone.
Yeah,
Fritzy, I'm sorry I wasted your time putting Deuce in the starting lineup, my man. I'm apologizing to you right now, brother. I'm sorry, bro. I was an advocate for this man being in the starting lineup for a long time. I got blinded by the plus minus, bro. Oh God, my case just got dismantled like a freaking hamburger tonight.
right.
Oh man, I'm not
I,
overreacting though.
I'll only throw this bit of pushback for it. If he's actually a starter, then there's a bunch of guys that are a lot better around him,
Yeah,
where you don't
exactly.
see those issues.
Right.
But it was rough tonight. You expect him to step up against second tier players on a bad team, like a bunch of young guys. That's the most disappointing part for me.
Right.
And I want to share that it was also disappointing for Brogdon as well, even though he played well in his first few games. I think Brogdon's at that stage in his career where he can't do much without a good screener. And if you notice, we didn't have any of our good screeners tonight,
Right.
besides a little bit of Yabusele. And you notice he couldn't get to his spots. When he had Huck Porty out there or another big that could actually set a screen, Malcolm was doing an effective job of orchestrating the offense. So I think Brogdon looked very old tonight, but that's not completely his fault. Brogdon is a guy that plays 5-on-5 basketball and can use his mind. And when he doesn't have these other players on the court to be of assistance to him, he looks bad. Like, so a lot of these guys need help, but they're flawed players. A lot of these guys can't thrive underneath these types of scenarios. And it's unfortunate for a guy like McBride, who's coming up in his 5th year, where he's supposed to be able to take over the reins over in particular games like this against secondary teams that are not that good. So, I mean, I understand where you're coming from 100% Freezy.
Yeah. The thing is, okay. So one of the things is if we're talking about just like individual aspects of the game, like legit the 3 veteran guards that started tonight, Deuce, Brogdon, and Clarkson, they shot 8 for 30 against the Washington Wizards in a game that didn't count. Right now, mind you, I know it's preseason. I know it's preseason, but 8 for 30. I mean, what did we talk? 8 for 30.
I'll say this too.
That's less than Dre. That's less than 30%, bro.
That is terrible.
That is terrible, bro.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
I'll say this. I think Mike Brown learned early, hey, Yabu cannot play the 5.
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
Nah, he can't play the 5. He's not a 5. He's not a 5. We knew that.
He had what's that kid name? He went to Duke. Yeah,
Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, Marvin Bagley looking like Moses Malone.
Yeah.
No, looking like the national player of the year, like he once was.
That man was snatching up all the rebounds, getting put backs, scoring.
Right.
Like, he was looking like every bit of the lottery pick he was supposed to be, and that's because Yabusele ain't really a center.
Because Yabusele's not a different. Now does he? Now the thing we can't take away from him though is he was playing hard.
He was trying,
good at it,
but he's just like he doesn't have the verticality and the ability to basically take away the rim. So he has to overexert himself laterally, and then he's also not that laterally gifted.
Yeah.
So like that's why
is he top heavy? Did he look top heavy to y'all?
He's just heavy.
Yeah,
He's heavy.
He looked like Fred Flintstone out there today.
Damn.
And I'll say when you pair him next to a real center, that's when his true value comes. Skill set wise, he's really like a full. He plays power forward because he's too heavy to be a small forward.
Basically, that's what he is. He's a 4/3, not a 4/5.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
If Yabusele was 30 pounds lighter, he would be playing small forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's what
Coach,
his skill set this hits.
one of the things I was also going to say to y'all is that we didn't look to run and press those corners like we did early on. And I don't know if that's because the team is not buying into it or if the personnel that started the game just don't have the capability to do it.
I think the personnel was thrown off because Mike Brown said he wanted to start Huck Porty. And Huck Porty is a traditional rim runner.
Okay.
And that one and when you ask all these guys that want to shoot threes to run,
Yeah.
then
They
they're
ain't
all
gonna work.
stepping on each other's toes to run to the corner. Then your spacing is out of whack.
Listen,
Like I think Rick Carlisle said before, sometimes it's easier to manufacture spacing with a one big in the game than just five guys that want to shoot threes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that was the clunky fit coming down offensively, where it was just like one guy didn't want to go in the lane, and then you had it all spacing, and then there's no natural chemistry between the players because I doubt they all play with one another for
Right.
very long. So it just looked awkward. And now when they were coming down, they were getting shots. They were getting some good looks, but they weren't making them. And then the Wizards were coming down, taking step back threes and making them. So it was just like, what can you do? Like, was the effort? The effort wasn't as good as you wanted, without a doubt. But but so much I can take from a preseason game.
Yeah. And Yuri says you see the overreaction. Hey man, so is there what is the chat overreacting about?
the chat's overreacting about like the whole, thing with Mike Brown and stuff like that. I see it from Mike Brown. I see it. Nick Yak saying he wants to go back to ISO Brunson and shooting high percentage. Also talk about Yabu's conditioning issues. That wasn't an overreaction, but the Mike Brown, no remorse is taken from Long Island.
Yeah, I feel you. I would say certain things, man. Like when we talking about like the preseason, I understand like where we are with preseason stuff, but then at the same time, I'm not sure, man.
I get where you're coming from.
JJ said, let me see. My man JJ says,
you want to see your first comment about Deuce an overreaction, LOL? It's like,
talking about mine?
No, mine, because I made a comment about Deuce saying apologizing that I want Deuce in the starting lineup.
Okay.
JJ, that wasn't my overreaction, because here's the thing. I've been vouching for Deuce in the starting lineup for like the past 4 months, ever since Tibbs got fired. I've been vouching, and the one time I see the flaws in it, my eyes over. I don't think I was overreacting.
Yeah, Deuce ain't a starter, bro.
But no, this preseason game. Listen, I chalk this up to like, it's preseason. They had a bad game. No rim protection, no nothing. Starters rest, 1 through 5 rest. Jalen Brunson rest, Mikal Bridges rest. No OG. No Ario, no Mitch, and I looked at it as like but once I saw all the bench players were starting, it's like I already knew how this was going to go. Like I already knew.
I wouldn't, Dre, I wouldn't say the way I feel tonight is not about just a loss to the Washington Wizards. I would say that legitimately guys that we expect to show us a certain thing by year 5 is still not showing us a thing by year 5.
So we moving them? We on the market? Is Deuce on the market or no?
I don't know.
Everybody wants him to be on the market because he has the most favorable contract. They tell you he's only going to make about $4 million this year.
Like what other player do you New York Knicks fans give 5 years to show us something? Have we ever?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
RJ Barrett.
RJ was a mixed case, was he not?
Correct. They didn't give him no 5 years. Everyone was talking about getting rid of him after his first year.
Yeah, we traded RJ in his. Yeah, well. Good point. Yeah, that's a good point. By
It was his 5th year.
I was thinking
Right.
a young team that wants to run like the Washington Wizards, right? A young team that wants to run and has a bunch of athletes. I'm not for sure why the Knicks why we didn't get out and run with them. That's one of the things I was just.
I was puzzled by that too. I was.
Well, I
Uh,
mean,
Who y'all think
no, I
Malcolm
mean, we
Brogdon
started
getting out
Malcolm
there and
Brogdon.
running with? He ain't running
Malcolm
with them
Brogdon
boys.
is 57 years old. That man is not trying to run.
Not, but you don't have to run with the basketball, man. You pass the ball up the floor, and I understand what y'all saying with that because I'm not, and as a matter of fact, I'm not even talking about pace. I'm talking about running, like getting out. And I know since we equate pace and running as the same thing, but just because you run don't mean you have to take shots, right? You run to create odd man rushes. If the shot's not there, then you can get into your offense. You don't have to take a shot, right? But I mean, some of the things, bro, we saw, I just oof.
it was ugly tonight. Tonight was ugly.
Tonight, and everybody, and listen, when I'm talking about tonight, everybody, tonight, I'm just talking about tonight. I'm not talking about like
Abu
the
Dhabi
future. Yeah, I'm not talking about the future of New York Knicks basketball. I'm just talking about tonight. Right, tonight, man, there was opportunities for us to. Yeah, man. Gi,
Listen, I'm not overreacting.
do y'all think the battle for the backup point guard spot is starting to open back up? Is that a
Nah,
thing?
nah.
Nah,
It's gonna be Clarkson off the bench eating a lot of minutes. Clarkson, Brunson, and Michael gonna eat a lot of minutes. Clarkson gonna probably slide into the forward position too. That bench. It's not gonna be as Yabusele's gonna get a lot of minutes. Obviously, Josh Hart, and I think that's about it, man. I don't see a lot of minutes for Miles McBride this year. I really don't. He's got to tighten up.
JJ, JJ said my foot. JJ, you said my heartstrings look like a ham sandwich tonight, bro.
listen. The way I view it with Deuce is this: I don't think Deuce is still going to get his minutes taken. Deuce has shown us something. He's the best plus minus on the team, though. Regardless, I don't think that's. I think that's something worth looking into off the bench. I think that's very important. I do believe plus minus is very important.
So okay, all right. So you stand your ground on that.
I
And
am.
so that forces me to ask you some difficult questions,
Me.
right? Yep.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
okay. So how does Deuce McBride impact the plus minus that you refer to? Like, what does he do to have that plus minus be such a positive?
His defense. His defense. That's one way of looking at it. He's a plus minus with his defense. No, wait. No, let me explain when I asked that. He brings a good perimeter defense to the team. Good perimeter defense. That's one. Number two, he can be a really good point of attack defender, which is why I advocated him in the starting lineup before, because I wanted Mikal Bridges off the point of attack. That was another reason. But after tonight, maybe I'm good with him going back to the bench after tonight. That's why I consider the plus minus for Deuce with his defense to be a highly beneficial way. And he can average 9 points for you off the bench with his 3-point shooting. And he's got a good mid range to his game. Deuce was at least 50% from last year. I do think, though, point guard is not his thing, even though he has been playing point guard the majority of his life. So, but Deuce is a good 2 guard. Have I answered your question? Have you, Chrissy?
I'm not for sure. I mean, that was a great answer. I'm not for sure if I understand, like, because in a basketball sense, what I'm thinking, right? If you put the fifth guy around four great players,
Right.
does that one guy help those four great players look great, or do those four great players make that fifth player look great?
Second option.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I understand what Deuce is. Like, Deuce is a high character guy. He's a leader, and he's definitely an NBA rotational player. Right. And
Right.
I'm not just going by off tonight. When I say that, I'm not going by what I saw tonight. I'm just going by how I feel in general. Right. Tonight, though, if we just talk about tonight, just tonight in a nutshell, Deuce look bad, bro. And is an NBA player allowed to have a bad night? Yes. And I know this is the preseason, but in an 82 game schedule, even star players are going to have about 10 terrible nights, right? 10 terrible nights where they play below what they're capable of for whatever reason. Maybe they're playing through injury, playing against elite defense. Maybe their shot is just off, something, whatever. The referees, whatever. It is.
We've seen it with JB.
Yeah,
We've seen it with OG.
Yeah, because the thing is when great players have no terrible nights, then they're probably going to be the MVP of the league, right? If they're at their best every night, then they're probably going to be the best player in the league, right?
Right.
But at the same time, what I'll say about Deuce, tonight was supposed to be his night where he should have went off for 30 against a historic lottery team with young guys that are playing with no direction, a brand new coach, and you're a championship level contender. Tonight, Deuce probably should have got up 20 shots, and he probably should have got a bunch of assists tonight. But Deuce played 28 minutes and had 2 assists. And Deuce playing off the ball is no excuse, because Deuce McBride is not an off the ball player. Deuce is not a wing scorer. He's not a shooting guard. He's not that. Right? He'll never be that. You'll never confuse Deuce McBride for Bradley Beal or Devin Booker or Jordan Poole.
It's true.
I mean, McCullough wasn't on the ball, and he ain't found a way to get 5 assists.
Yeah, they moved the ball. Him and Kolek, right? You talking about that Kolek backcourt? Him and Kolek?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he and Kolek, they moved the ball, bro. They shared.
I think Kolek made a case tonight to stay on the team. That's for sure. I think Kolek made a case tonight. That's one thing I want to say for Z.
Yeah.
I think he made a case tonight. If there was a game you wanted to make a case tonight to make them reconsider trading you, yeah, I think tonight was the night.
Hey, and I just want to say this. just hey, Tory B was like, yo, Tory B, listen, I'm not saying jettison him. I'm just talking about tonight's game. That's it. Y'all just bear with me. I'm just talking about tonight's game and how he looked tonight. I'm not saying trade him to Barcelona, right? That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is tonight should have been the night where Dre, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Deuce would have shot 6 for 23 from the field tonight, I'd have been excited about that.
That he's aggressive.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it in his bag to create that many different types of shots.
Yeah, he had the same amount of shots he had in the Minnesota game.
Like, he's not gonna.
And the Minnesota game, he shot that bad too, and didn't have the pressure of the whole team on his shoulders because the starters played that game.
Right.
This game, he was technically the
star.
The star of the group.
Yeah.
I agree.
A potential starter, and he was
the de facto man.
Yeah.
Just another guy out there again.
Lee, you know what? The way Lee just said it just now, Coach, is exactly what I was thinking. Lee said he should have, the man, that's what you said, right, Lee?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking he was going to be tonight. And
like, cause he's the most, cause he's the out of everybody out there, he's the senior person as far as longevity on the team. And this was his moment, his one shining moment, and he fumbled the football.
It's true.
right.
True. I want to point out a comment that Nick Yak said. Tonight wasn't about McBride at all. It was evaluating the others. And I agree with that. This wasn't about McBride, even though we're talking about him. This was basically talking about how all the players did tonight. And we can all say that the players underperformed, including Deuce. And I agree with that.
I bet you don't.
I mean, I'll put it this way: whether people,
I don't think you really believe that, bro.
I believe it. I do actually believe it. I think people did underperform tonight.
I'm talking about Deuce not being the guy. I don't think you believe that, bro.
Oh, not being the guy.
Because in my heart, I believe you're a super Deuce fan. I am too.
Yes,
but
I am.
But in a different way that you are. And I'm sorry about that, Coach.
No, I'm fine. I mean, in the end, I'm a Knicks fan first. I'm sure all y'all are too. So I don't care who it is, but to me, we've made excuses and given people long enough. It's one of them things like ish or get off the pot, that saying. And it's just to the point where there's younger guys that are hungry to like Mr. Kolek. And then there's other people in the league that just this team we just played had 8. They have 8 players that are 21 and under. I mean, I'm not saying
hungry.
They're, it's because they've been bad. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, they were trash. That's what to say. They've been trash for like 18 years.
But the thing is, I've been saying it all along. It ain't about.
Did his camera freeze? Okay, there we go.
If I'm on like their hive or they're my favorite player or not, I just want what's best for the Knicks. And right now, I don't think he is. So if he's talked about in trade, so be it. I'm not saying I want to get rid of him. I want him to be the best version he can be. Same thing with Mitch. Everyone's acting like Mitch is going to be the defensive player of the year. I don't wish nothing on him, but we haven't even played a game yet.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
And, the elephant in the room still with that, and I don't want to make this about Mitch at all, but.
Oh, you making it about Mitch, huh?
Everyone's got extensions.
He making it about Mitch, everybody, when we talking.
And he hasn't had an extension yet. There's a reason for that. Okay. What about Deuce? Get rid of. There's a reason why Deuce has a descending contract. That's how the Knicks value him. So he's a $4 million player who's going to make less money next year. So they feel like they're getting a lot of value for the money they're paying, and I do too. Like I'm not gonna. I just lowered my expectations of Deuce. I've said this like last year. I just don't expect anything from Deuce. So then when he does do something, I'm pleasantly surprised. That's what I turned into me for the M word too. Like I'm just not gonna. I don't expect him to play all year, and if he does, I'm gonna be ecstatic. So.
Are you talking about
Deuce? Say about that? No, that's just like I put Deuce in the same category with expectations as like guys like Mitch. Like I put it to the point where there's nothing to complain about if my expectations are lower for him. So I don't expect Mitch to play the whole season. I want him to, and if he does, I'm going to be happy as hell. I just don't expect him to do it. Because he hasn't done it. So, and everyone wants to crown him the rebound champ, a defensive player of the year already.
But coach,
But we wasn't even talking about Mitch, and you brought him in the
Robinson,
conversation.
bro.
But what I'm saying is, I'm putting Deuce in the same category as what I did with Mitch before, is what I was getting at. I didn't try to make this a shit on Mitch possession, but I'm just letting you know that's what I did with Mitch. Now I put Deuce in that drawer too. That don't expect anything drawer. And then when they do something, I'm happy. That's all. We can move on.
Yeah, we definitely gonna move on because this shit is getting ridiculous. Right? We talking about Deuce. We legit got Deuce on the table. Deuce tonight played like crap in one preseason game. Right? Am I throwing Deuce away? Nah, everybody. Y'all saw what Deuce did tonight. If you're a Knicks fan and you watched the game, you saw what Deuce did, and you know nobody is throwing Deuce away. If you watched tonight's game against the Washington Wizards as a Knicks fan and came away thinking, Deuce was all right, then you bugging. Because what we're talking about right now is just one singular game, a preseason game. And if y'all wilding out like still trying to build the altar to Deuce McBride after y'all saw what y'all saw tonight, y'all bugging. I don't know who I'm talking to. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's lost, but I watched the game and I saw Tyler Kolek outplay him against young boys with no experience. The Washington Wizards had 8 21-year-old guys on the roster that may be in the rotation. And a veteran guard like Deuce should have been taking those boys lunch money, and he didn't.
I didn't come to this conclusion after this game. This just re-solidified it for me. Like, I've always been saying this about this guy. Just saying.
Yeah. I want him to be successful, but I want like what Coach said earlier, I want the Knicks to be successful. Like Knicks first, and then everybody else second. Right?
I mean, he looked like doo-doo in the Minnesota game, too. The last one. He shot only 3 of 12 or something.
And in the Philly game in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
But tonight's game, my heart a little hurt, man. I want that dude to go out there. I want that dude to go out there and do something.
Yeah.
He just didn't. On the other side of that, I think the fairy dust is kind of wearing off on Gary Bird, bro.
Gary Bird. So we talking about Grayson Matthews?
Yeah. He got some looks, bro. He got some looks. Now, I like Landry Shamet over Garrison Matthews. I don't know if that's a popular take or not. Probably not. But I just like to think about chemistry with Landry Shamet. Now, I'm not a Landry Shamet fan. Like I'm not buying a Landry Shamet jersey. But at the same time, I think there's a chemistry element to it.
I agree with you. He was already with the team last year. Went through a surgery. Did he have surgery or did he just try to fight through it and heal? Decided to heal from a dislocated shoulder and came back and played pretty solidly in the playoffs. He has the edge because he's already played with half the roster or even more than half the roster already.
Right.
They already know how to play with him. Not that Gary is bad, but it's also like they do the same things. And you'd probably err on the guy you're more comfortable with if they're equal stature.
Right.
I figured Landry was gonna make the team because if he wasn't gonna make the team, you best believe he was gonna play if he was sick.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
If he was sick and he was on the bubble, he is playing.
You know he was playing, bro.
You know he was playing.
Yeah. What so now that y'all see this, man, I'm doing a so Friday I'm doing a or I might do it Saturday night. Saturday night, um I don't know if I can do it Saturday night either. My home one somebody I got a Memorial Saturday, so it might be Sunday night. I'm just gonna do a season preview of all the stuff that I saw, like the additions and all of that stuff. That'll be the day before the rosters are set. And one of the things that I see and I don't know if I like it is that the Knicks shooting the three ball has been
Abysmal.
yeah. That's one of the things I don't know if that can be fixed right away.
That's
What are y'all thinking about the way y'all see the three ball?
I think we have so many guys that shoot them now. It only takes one or two
to go in
of them to like stop missing,
Right,
to cover up the bleeding. But like
right.
in some of these games, like everyone was missing.
Yeah.
Games like tonight, everyone was missing them. Jordan was missing them. Jordan was missing them.
And in the Minnesota game, we were missing the whole game, and then we grinded that one out, at the end. But no, I think just like any team, not to beat a dead horse, but like look at Celtics offense last year and the whole talk with them. Like if you count on the three a lot, you don't make them. No one's making them. You got to be able to do something else. So it's still promising, even though it's preseason, that we still got the best of some games, 3-1 or whatever, on horrible shooting. We still found ways to win. So as long as the defense, has been better than I thought. Obviously, this first half of this game wasn't good, but
right.
In general, with the starters in there and the rotation closer to what it might be, I think the philosophy on defense might be better than we thought.
No, Coach, I agree.
Yeah, because I think we all thought we're leaning more towards offense now, and even guys that might not be traditional offensive targets like Mitch, and like he's going to have more offense than he's used to getting. So that in turn will create more of an offense for us, just because of our style and our pace, But to answer your question, I don't think any NBA team can withstand a whole team shooting that poorly all the time.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of shooters going to shoot, guys.
Right.
So,
I mean, the way I view it is this, right? And this is how I've been for the whole preseason. One, it's preseason. I don't give a damn if Deuce did bad game one. I don't give a damn if Deuce did bad game two. I don't give a damn if the whole team did bad tonight. It's preseason. The way we're overreacting right now is the way we're going to be overreacting every single regular season game.
Who's overreacting? You saying I'm overreacting?
No. I'm just saying.
No. Go ahead and say it, because you're saying we are overreacting. Because if you're talking about if you think it's me, then in a sense I can at least defend myself to what you're saying in a respectful way, right? This is not about beefing,
right?
This is about us putting stuff out here. Because to me, I think the only reason y'all are saying it's only preseason is because we don't look good. But if Deuce would have scored 50 points tonight,
we'd be singing a different tone.
Yeah,
I told you he should be starting.
Right. Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly, like I'm gonna call out my sister Tori B. Like Tori B, if the Knicks had blown out the Wizards by 60 tonight, and a few of the guys on the roster would have went for 35 on great shooting, I think y'all would have been totally talking about something that y'all have been totally like, I told you we the GOATs. We might go 72-10.
Someone said we go 103-0 in a Discord server.
Right. And I'm not saying this in no disrespectful way. I'm saying this in a sobering, realistic way. Like if Deuce McBride had scored 40 tonight on 25 shots, we'd
be on here blazing him.
We would not be saying it's only preseason. We'd be saying something totally different. I think the not wanting to hear something negative thing is kind of overshadowing us being critical about this moment. Being critical doesn't mean that you hate something. Being critical just means you're strongly looking at something. That's it. Right. One way or the other. This is just one way, or the other. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful to anybody. So if you're offended by it, listen to what I'm saying. And if you're still offended by it, so what? Right. What I'm saying is respectfully, if the Knicks had won by 50, right, and say Pacom Dadier would have went off of 40, I think our opinion of the night would be something different because we're fans. Right. It's just what it is. Right. It's just what it is. For instance, if Malcolm Brogdon goes off for 40 tonight and embraces the backup point guard role, we'd have been talking about that tonight in a different light. Right. But since it didn't happen that way, and we're disappointed in the way certain things may have played out, it's not because I don't hate the Knicks. I'm just saying my guy, Deuce McBride, let me down tonight, and I said something about it. That's it.
You know what?
I still love and appreciate y'all. And if you feel like it, I still love and appreciate y'all. And if you think I'm pointing at you, I am. Right? But
it's true. It's true.
But at the same time, everything is not going to be. We're a work in progress.
We are. No, we are. 100% a work in progress. Oh, Fitzy, Latoya actually said something that I'm actually was wondering. My concern with this game was about size, not play. And I actually have to agree with that. I am concerned about the size of the bench with how badly they got out-muscled for rebounds. I think the bench is way too small. Maybe you could say that because we didn't have Ariel Huckaporty or Mitch, but I didn't like how the bench was tonight.
Okay.
What do you have to say about that?
I don't care.
All right.
But the reason why I don't is because you saw a lot of guys out. Like our top 3 rebounders are out. Our best screen setters are out. And we know Mitchell Robinson against this team probably would have grabbed 19 rebounds in like 14 minutes. Cat would have grabbed like 11 rebounds.
12 rebounds.
Yeah. So, I mean, the rebounding thing, I kind of knew. You kind of know what things are.
Right.
That's why I don't care about the result because I know that we basically put our 4th best center on the floor as the starter, right?
Right.
And so these things happen.
But I feel like me saying it's preseason was like a way of covering up like me coping right now. I am actually concerned about how the other games are going to go. Like next week for Cleveland. I'm not going to lie. This game kind of showed me, like, I'm kind of concerned when we go up against Cleveland. I'm a little concerned.
Why?
I'm about to say, that's exactly what I was about to say. What the hell? I'm not worried about them.
Because we have one less guy over 6'10". I mean, what are we talking about?
No, that's not what it. Let me reword it. I'm worried about if this translates from the preseason to the regular season. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm trying to say.
What's going on in the preseason that you're worried about translating? I don't know.
Now that is an overreaction.
You mean
Now
you mean
that is
us
an
not
overreaction, right?
Mike Brown saying
See?
we haven't run any plays yet in preseason? That's gonna happen all
See,
season.
now that I knew I was gonna get y'all on that
He
one.
no, we didn't run plays for one game, not the whole preseason.
Now I knew I was gonna get y'all on that one. And with that, I gotta go to sleep early tonight. I take my leave. I want to come on here and talk to y'all. It was a pleasure.
Salute, Yuri.
Salute.
All right, boss. No, but here's the biggest issue. I was going to make this comment a little earlier. We unfortunately have a team. We got a lot of under the rim unks, okay, on this team. Unfortunately,
Right.
You know what I'm saying. And technically, our two most gifted players offensively are under the rim unk type guys. You know, their moves and whatnot. Like we don't have long, explosive athletes on this team in general. You know, we're not an explosive team like that. So the point we were getting at earlier about when we were talking about Malcolm Brogdon, like, of course, the leadership and ball handling part of his game I look forward to having, but what GI was saying and some of the other people, I worry about these teams that have these modern, young, big athletic guards. Like, do we have enough guys that can defend them? You know, that's where I wouldn't have minded having a taller, younger, you know, guard rotation person that was more of an explosive athlete, you know. Because even Yabusele, he's like, you know, an under the rim unk kind of guy. You know, Brogdon, Golick. You don't have many like Mitch play above the rim, and
Yeah, we don't have explosive athletes. Not
like
that you
OG
need them to win.
is kind of one, but he reminds me of like a newborn deer sometimes the way he moves.
Who'd you say?
OG.
Oh yeah.
Like OG's got the athleticism to be explosive. Like he can dunk so easy, and
he doesn't have the fluidity to his game.
Yeah.
I think our third like best athlete already is Diawara. To be absolutely honest.
Yeah, or actually Jemison if we kept him.
Well, yeah, we're not keeping him though.
He looked pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't mind
Actually,
keeping him on.
I'm selling. Coach, I'm selling. What's his name? Our backup center a little bit short in terms of athleticism.
Oh, Huck Porty?
Yeah, Huck Porty. He's a lot more athletic than I'm giving him credit for.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's super fluid for a guy that's 7 foot.
right.
Good evening, good people.
Salute.
Hey, Miss Tori, how you doing?
It's the I just came in so to say if we put this in the list, we could all screw it up.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Lee, what you think, bro?
Hey, I'm just waiting. I'm tired looking at preseason. I'm ready to get to the regular season. Let's get this over with because
I'm ready, but I'm ready for playoffs.
But to get to the regular season, let's really see what we're really working with. You know, I'm tired of speculations. You know, I just want to see what's going to be and how we going to either going to sink or swim. So I'd rather see us swim. I know we're going to swim, but you know, put our hands on these people and get some things started. Now this whole little what was this Cleveland thing? I'm not even worried about Cleveland at all. They have not shown me anything in the last 4 years. They had that team assembled, so I'm not even pressed about them. I'm ready to get started on them. What are we talking about?
Okay. All right. Lee, do this thing for me, bro. I'm putting the a sheet together because I want to show everybody. I want to I want to furnish some proof for everybody. Hey,
Okay.
Coach, yeah, you and Lee, y'all mind up working doing the panel while I put something together?
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, what's on your mind? You awfully quiet over in that corner.
Who, me?
I said, yeah.
GI, yeah, I know.
Yes, he tapped out. What's your thoughts, Dre? Wow, everybody's just like
My bad.
non-responsive.
I was on the phone. My bad. Did you call my name? My bad.
Yes, sir.
What was your question? I
No, I
stepped
was like,
away.
what's your thoughts? I mean,
Or one
you know,
particular. What happened? I just stepped away. My bad.
just in general, a general thought about, moving forward this season, regular season.
Me personally, I'm excited for the season. I'm already over this preseason stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
just hyper evaluating everything since Mike Brown came over. It's just like I'm already anticipating it being our best season in what 30 years. What's the last time we won 60 games in the 90s? Did we win 60 in the 90s?
Yeah.
We never won 60.
90,
We never
93,
won.
94.
Okay,
We never won 60 games, bro.
we didn't.
No.
I think
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I
the
Yeah,
feel
Knicks
we
like
have
did.
won 60 games before. I just wasn't sure it
no.
was in the 90s.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. In
Either which
92,
way, it's
92,
shaping up to
93
be.
season.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
shaping up. It's shaping up to be our most successful regular season, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm a lot of the stuff we've been talking about has been a lot of speculation, and some of it has been things Mike Brown has done before in other organizations and with us in the preseason. But I want us to get out to a good start, and I'm more or less I'm just excited just to see this team fully formed and fully fleshed out. I, I'm not sure, Rodney, what team you looking at or the East that you're looking at, but there is no dominant power in the East. So, but to
Yeah.
get back to my point, like I'm just excited. I want it to be over. Like I think we're playing the most preseason games, 5 out of any team. I, I just want to get to the season and see how the chess match goes.
All right. And the thing is, we everyone talks about, oh, this is our chance. Like we only have a chance because Tatum and Halliburton aren't there. I mean, to me, I don't, even if they were there, we're the favorite. Like, what are people talking about sometimes? Not here on the panel, but like we were already just as good or better than them teams last year, and now this year we're better. We're supposed to be better. So to me, that translates to the best team in the East, regardless of who's hurt and who's not. Now, potentially our road could be less bumpy without them guys around, sure. And I know they don't give championships to the regular season winner either. You know, insert Cleveland Cavaliers, Utah Jazz, the Sacramento Kings of the world, the old Phoenix Suns teams of the world. You know, there's been a lot of teams that have the best record. You know, But that year, the Knicks won 60 games. We were the number 1 seed in the East. And, Mr. Jordan won that year. So,
What they win 72 games? That Bulls team?
No, not that season.
Oh.
That was that first year back Jordan had. He did that, I think, didn't they?
Something like that. I know it was a 70-something win season.
Actually, no, I don't know if they were the number 1 seed that year.
What, the first year he came back after he retired?
No, I mean that year the Knicks, they were the number 1 seed because the Bulls won 57 that year.
Right.
But yeah,
people in the chat are very scary, very scared. If you are scared of the East as it's currently set up with this roster, with the overhaul we made with the bench,
right? I see.
With the retooling and the chemistry, then you probably should invest in a dog. If you're actually scared.
I mean, look, we look good. We look good on paper, right? We still got to go out there and play, but we were better than all the teams East Blue Drew that you put up there. We was better than Detroit. We was better than Atlanta. We got better. Yeah, they got better, but they weren't better than us last year, and they're not better than us this year. So I don't get why everybody's so scared of them.
Yeah, I still
Atlanta got Porzingis. Porzingis can't stay on the court.
Yeah.
So what? They got Porzingis. So what?
I don't know why people keep thinking.
I mean, Detroit was good. I like Detroit's team. I really like that team.
They're getting Ivy back, but they lost Schroeder. They lost
Hardaway.
They
What's
lost
the guy named
Beasley?
Yeah, that's his name, Beasley, with the gambling. Is he signed to anybody or he out the league?
He's not signed to anybody. They're still investigating him, which is why teams won't touch him.
So he can't. They can't sign him or they won't sign him.
They can, but they won't
because they don't know what's going to go on with his case. I get it.
All you see is teams are interested, but as long as his name isn't completely cleared,
right?
Because they don't want to throw money out to a guy that got to go to jail.
Understood. Understood.
Right.
And then the last time we won 60 games, it was the 1969 season.
No, 92, 93.
I know it was more recent than that. I remember because I remember it.
Yeah, I remember. I lived it.
The Knicks did win 60 games in 93.
Yeah, I remember that season.
I don't want to remember that one or the other one sometimes.
I mean, look, you take the good with the bad, right? We had a whole lot of bad.
We had him, bro. We had Jordan beat that year, bro. We blew it too. I think we were up 2-0 in that series, bro. And they got the next 4.
They sure did. I remember that.
God, I was like, oh, this is our year. We're going to finally beat them. Nope.
That's painful.
Yeah. We were up 2-0 on Michael Jordan, like prime Jordan Bulls. We were up 2-0, bro. We lost 4 straight.
Yep.
Yeah. Things happen. Things happen, though.
That hurt.
Hopefully we exercise those demons this year.
Yep. That's what
I
I'm
sure
saying,
hope so. We got to play, though.
We got to play.
We got to play.
We got to play the games. We got to stay healthy because let's face it, guys.
Because things happen. Long seasons.
Most of the teams that win stay healthy are the healthy teams.
Or they're healthy when it comes to the playoffs.
Right. Because up until Halliburton, got hurt, the Pacers had everybody.
I think OKC suffered their injuries in season. I think Chet was out for a large stretch.
Right, but they had him back for the playoffs.
Yep. And then they had their core back 10 or so games before the playoffs.
And look, Cleveland and their fans have excuses though, because Well, because Garland and Mitchell were banged
Both
up.
hurt, right?
They were hurt in that last series, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so they I'm sure they have that sour what if in their mouth too. You know, so I'm not taking them lightly, that's for sure. But I'm not worried about them. But they're the team to beat besides us. All this Orlando, Atlanta, Detroit talk, please.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. They
That's a
weren't
whole
better
nother
than us
planet.
last season at all. Like in any stretch of the imagination. And we got better. They got better, but we also got better. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get the thought.
I think Indiana and Boston are still gonna be better than them teams.
Oh no, I don't. They banged up. I don't think that.
I don't know. Boston.
If Tatum's talking about coming back too, I was like, oh man.
Have you seen
taking
Boston's
miracle
front court?
drugs? Who's their front court?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm like, wait, who they picked up?
Their best front court player is Boucher.
Oh,
it's
Bobby
literally
Boucher,
Chris
baby.
Boucher.
Virtuoso, what's good, bro? Hey, so I got a thing I want to show y'all, everybody. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I got a thing I want to show everybody. This is the reason why it seems like I'm tripping, but I'm not. And I'm gonna do this as a service to my people, because legit, I care about Knicks fans. I probably shouldn't, but I do. Right? I'm gonna show y'all something. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm tripping. Right? If y'all look at the joint up here, these are the numbers this preseason, right? So the Knicks are averaging 12 made 3-pointers per game on 43.5 threes per game. Right? The Knicks are right now shooting 27.8% from three. Right? The Knicks are taking 89.7 shots a game. Right? Last year, the Knicks took 89 shots a game under Tom Thibodeau. Right? We're averaging making 36 shots per game. In the preseason, we're shooting 40% from the floor in the preseason. Now, the Knicks are getting to the line 27.7 times or 27.8 or 28 times a game, but it don't matter because we're shooting 71% from the floor, and last year we shot 80% from the free throw line. I mean, we're shooting 71% from the free throw line last year. We shot 80% from the free throw line, right? And I know a lot of the conversations are centered around like, such and such hates Deuce, or why does such and such always want to trade Mitch, or what are we giving up for Giannis? Cat's defense is this. Jalen's Brunson, such and such. Yeah, I honestly think if we look at things for what they are right now offensively, like these are the numbers from the 4 preseason games that we played, right? Legitimately, we're taking 44 threes a game and we're hitting 12. So we're at 27% from three, right? We're shooting 40% from the floor and we're shooting 71% from the free throw line, right? Now, I'm not saying bring Tom Thibodeau back. Y'all know that's not what I'm saying, right? But what I am saying is if we get away, if we legit pull back a little bit and look at things for what they are, hey man, we hadn't hit our stride yet. Like we legit have to hit a stride. Like the season start the Tuesday after next. And we got one game in between now and that Tuesday to get right. Right? Here's the thing. How do we get right? Like, how do we change these numbers? And because when Cleveland comes in, Cleveland ain't going to want to beat us 91-87.
No,
Y'all know that.
tear us up.
Cleveland is going to want to take us to the drag strip. Right? And if you're a Knicks fan, you are also going to want to take Cleveland to the drag strip. Because the thing is the team that wins game 1 of the regular season sends a message to the other team.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, it's psychological warfare, bro.
Freezy, did you say that They're shooting 81% from the free throw line this preseason.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
I'm saying they're shooting 71% from the free
A
oh,
throw
lot,
seven.
line.
a lot of these numbers, though,
Oh,
right? You put them up there, and we comparing them against what last season?
No, no.
No,
I'm putting
I'm asking. I'm not. I'm asking.
no.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I'm putting the numbers on the screen now so that everybody can understand what the team is looking like offensively right now under an offensive coach.
No, I get
mhm,
it. That I get, but we
Right.
also have to when you put this out there, you have to also put out there that we haven't run our offense with just our core guys. Like
Right.
you have 4 games up there, and in these 4 games, your starters played in 2 games or 3. This game they didn't play at all, and in them 2 6s games, he played everybody.
Right.
So yeah, your numbers are gonna be down because you don't have your core guys out there playing together for a long stretch
Okay.
of time. And
Right.
that's just pure observation. That's just you got to be fair all the way around the board. I get the numbers. The numbers are down, and I don't like the offense doesn't look like it's flowing. But we
Right.
also know that he wasn't calling no plays for these guys. So there's a you can't just put the numbers up there. This is when analytics fails because
Well,
we're putting numbers out there and
what
we're
if I
not
was to
putting
also
nothing with
say,
it.
but what if I was to also say that even though some of these guys hadn't played, you played 3 games against teams that picked in the top 8 in the draft this past summer.
Right, but like again, even if you play 3 teams that picked in the top 8 in the draft, it doesn't matter because we put guys out there who didn't even play last year.
Right.
You playing with Kolick, you playing with Dadier, you playing with Matthews, you playing with Yabusele wasn't here last year, Clarkson
Right.
wasn't here, and these guys are not
Right.
playing well. They're running up and down the court, but they're not shooting well. Deuce is not the only one stinking it up out there. Jalen didn't look good. Cat didn't look good. He was barely shooting. Like these guys looked out of sorts. So it's not just
If
it's
they
not
look
just
at
put the numbers on the screen, they look down how we fix it. Cause I don't know how to fix it because I don't know what these guys are gonna look like underneath Brown's brand new offense because we don't know what it looked like because he hasn't showed it to us yet.
I think
Just-
but
I don't know.
I think this is the starting point though.
I mean, yeah,
Based on what you said, I think
I
this is
like right some of what I see. I like that the ball moves faster. Right, I like that it's moving faster. It's going through more hands. Right, like the speed the game has picked up. We're not taking so much time to bring the ball up the court, but after that, it feels like chaos to me because the ball is just everywhere. It's like it's just flying all over the court, and I feel like everybody's passing, 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 and no one's actually shooting. I still feel like they're not taking great shots. If that makes sense. Maybe they just rusty or they just trying to figure it out themselves, but it feels discombobulated. I don't know.
I
They
don't want to.
I don't know.
I don't want to diminish the numbers, but like with context, um, and sample sizes, that would be like using a game and 3/4 sample size to sum up the Knicks over an 82 game stretch. And that's just not fair over the context of number one, a new offense, number two, 3 or 4 or 5 guys that are different in their rotation, their usage, their roles. It's a completely different thing. We didn't even run plays in the second game. And number two, the games that our main rotational guys played, it was only one half and like one rotation in the third quarter. Like
Right.
you can't utilize that as the barometer of what a good offense or what it is going to be. I'm more in love with the process than anything. I think a lot of our shots that we did take, especially were good ones, and we just didn't make them. And if I'm going by the back of the basketball card, I think these guys are going to be more likely to make those shots in the regular season than otherwise. So yeah, I can see the numbers, but using that as like something that's solid ground, considering the sample, it doesn't like it's like using a 2 game sample size in a 162 game season and saying, "Hey, Juan Soto sucks because
no,
he didn't get guys in
actually
in
it's
two
the
games."
opposite of that. It's the opposite of that. These things actually occurred. It's not projection.
Yeah,
This
and I'm
stuff
telling you, it
actually
is a
happened.
small sample size.
Right.
Right.
It is an extremely small
No,
sample
no,
size.
it's not a small sample size. It's the only sample size. It's
Yeah.
the
Two things
only
can be
stuff that
true
we
at
have
the
to go.
same time.
Not in
It's
this
the
case.
only one, and it's small.
In this case, right here, this is what your team is doing.
Right.
Right? This is what your team is doing. This is not the team played 16 games and I picked 4 games out of that 16. They played 4, and this is the data from those 4 with your new coach.
And
I
more than
don't, but
half
I
of
don't
those
know where you're
4 were
going.
not
I'm still
rotational
trying to
guys that
figure
you
out.
actually play with.
Wait,
So
hold on. Maybe I need you to explain what it is you're trying to get at with this, because we all know that the team didn't play like these
Right.
4
Right.
games. So I'm just trying to figure out. I don't mean
Well,
that disrespectfully. I don't. I
no,
hope
no,
that
no,
it's not coming off that way.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm not
trying to
taking
figure
that.
out what it is. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out what it is where you going with it.
Where I'm going with it is this. Where I'm going with it is this, right? The thing is, when you have 4 games like this, and we're saying that it's only preseason, well, the
Mhm.
regular season is only 1 game away.
Right.
That's what I'm. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to. This is what
Okay.
I'm trying to say to everybody. Like if we look like this for 2 weeks and think that when the season start, we're gonna
It's
snap our
just gonna be a
fingers.
switch.
Yeah, yeah. And when the season start, we're gonna flip out. We're gonna flip the switch and we're gonna dominate. I think is maybe a
So
little.
so So you saying we should be worried? you
No,
said we should be very worried because it ain't looking good.
no.
I mean, are the starter are the as a Knicks roster, right? Are they gonna have issue like translating, like transferring, what they know into a new system?
Say that again.
Like, are they gonna have trouble like learning the new system? Is what I meant to ask.
That's the okay. So virtual. So that's where I'm going with it. What I'm saying
Hmm.
in my mind, in the game 1 of the preseason, you saw where Mike Brown was trying to get them to do a thing, right?
Hmm.
And then in game 2, I'm sorry, not game 2, but in game 1, you saw where we wanted to get out and run, and then after that, you see us want to kind of revert back to the thing that we were comfortable with.
Hmm.
Is what I'm saying that I saw. Now, whether it's with other players, players that hadn't played here before and all of that stuff. I mean, I get that part, but I don't know if I feel comfortable saying that the Knicks are totally bought in and dialed into this Mike Brown system yet.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. In my mind, I'm thinking this thing might take more time than we think it will.
Right.
Like
Because the way we're supposed to approach the season is like we have to be ready by game 1. Like get ready, so like be ready so you don't have to get ready.
right.
Okay.
Right. And
Um,
because I heard the 60 win conversation, and generally, now I'm not saying every time, but generally 60 win teams come out of the box hot and then get to 60 wins. Generally, teams don't start off mediocre, start off
Slow.
slow, and
Yeah.
then get scorching hot at the end of the season to make their way to 60 wins. It's something for us to consider. And I'm not trying to throw a rock in the shoe of Knicks fans, because we got enough people on the outside looking to do that already. We
we
got
got
Stephen A. Smith that do that
Juan.
every day.
We got Juan B
Yeah.
in the chat doing that right now. right now.
Right,
You
right.
know,
That's
You
he's
what
trying
know,
to be a dream crusher. You know,
right,
and the
it
other
ain't
thing
gonna work,
is,
sir. It's not gonna work. You
it,
know?
in between game 2 and 3 of the regular season, we're not flying halfway across the world for
right,
Right.
half a week, and then flying back
Right.
and then playing some game. They just got done traveling all year, all summer. They've been on vacation.
if
Some of them
if
got
if
there a little bit
Chubby.
dark beige,
Oh.
coat on, because they were out
yeah,
in the sun.
yeah.
They don't look as pale.
But there's no
They've been,
off-season weight game.
Right.
yeah. No, actually, some of our guys look like the opposite. Some of our guys look in better shape.
Great.
That's what I've noticed.
But coach, what I'm saying is if tonight was in theory the preseason finale, then you can imagine who's
We
going to
got
play.
another game. It's another preseason game.
No, it's another one.
Yeah,
Friday.
we got one Friday against Charlotte.
Oh shoot, I didn't even know.
That's dress rehearsal on Friday.
Yeah,
but that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think that the offense doesn't look as crispy as what I thought Mike Brown promised me. Right. That's one of the things. That's one of the things. Now, what I do think though is Mike Brown's defense is going to be a top 3 defense based on what I saw. Because I also looked at the numbers for the opposing teams, numbers like this. I didn't put them on a spreadsheet, but I looked at their shooting numbers and I watched those games, and I watched how Jalen Brunson switched off and guarded Anthony Edwards and ISOs, and no help came, and they would rather Anthony Edwards score 50 and let the rest of the team score 30 than let Anthony Edwards be the gravitational hub that leads an Eastern Conference finalist to a victory against us, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
So in my mind, so I'm seeing all these things, and this is not hate directed at one Knicks player. This is legitimately a concern, though, because I don't think we're going to come out barrels blazing in the 5th preseason game against Charlotte. I think it's going to be as simple as, introductions, everybody get dressed, you'll see a rotation, and Mike Brown is going to snatch everybody out that game as quick as possible in order to have them be healthy for opening night.
Oh yeah, I don't even. You think they're gonna suit up? I don't think they're gonna suit up again.
Ooh,
if they didn't suit, is the game in Charlotte or is it here?
Oh, I don't know.
If the game is they're not gonna play. There's no way they sat all these guys in Madison Square Garden in a home crowd, and they're gonna take them on the road and play them.
I ain't even thought about that.
Why would
probably
they
not even gonna play?
I mean, typically, a lot of teams, they do their last preseason game is their dress rehearsal, and they usually run their main guys at least the first half. We had 5 preseason games, and most teams only have 4. So
right.
We took our
is that what it is? That's why they
guys.
sat them today?
Yeah. Most teams only have 4. And a lot of teams rest their main guys the second to last preseason game, and then they run them the last preseason game.
Okay.
It's kind of like you ever notice preseason football? It's almost similar.
Thank you, Prezi.
Yeah, you're only gonna see him for a few snaps.
Yeah,
it's usually the last preseason game.
But it's like, go ahead, man.
No, virtual. So this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, and hear me out on this. And this is not me. This is not me saying the sky is falling, right? But shooting is a very fleeting thing, right? Like all it takes is something to get everybody off, and then because if you look at the free throw percentage, right? If you just look at the free throw percentage, right? We looking like, okay, the Knicks went to the free throw line over 100 times, right? And the Knicks made about, I don't know, whatever the number is, like 70 something free throws, right? And I'm thinking like, if our premise is adding guys to the roster that can shoot, then why are our numbers so far down?
I can answer that, Freezy.
Okay.
Number one, we missed Mitch for the majority of last season. So that skews your free throw percentage by a point or two.
Here we go with the Mitch hate, bro.
Number three,
Man,
number two,
bro. Come on,
Mitch
dog.
probably took a large chunk of free throws this preseason and missed a large chunk of them too.
Man,
and you're using
on,
a sample size that is so microscopic. When you throw Mitch
it's
into the equation,
it's the only sample size. Okay, I'll tell you what. Show me the other sample size, and I'll use that.
Well, I give you all of last year. Mitch was gone for most of the season.
Show me the sample size of Mike Brown coaching the Knicks, and I will use that.
But that's not fair to use, because then I could say I could say there are hundreds of games that everyone else played on this team, and you go by the back of their basketball card, it'll show that they're going to be good shooters. And I can't say two halves of a preseason is going to be what they are. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. This is totally fair.
It,
I,
it,
I
it's
I think you pulling the escape hatch on this
No, I'm
because
just using reality.
on the back of their basketball card, these dudes did not all play together, and they all did not play with Mike Brown as their coach.
Breezy, if you use this logic in finance,
Dre,
everyone
oh
would be jumping off a bridge, bro.
Well, before you say I'm
Everyone would
gonna
be
just stop you
everyone would
right
be
there.
selling every
I
stock.
am not gonna listen to somebody talk to me about business, bro.
Here we go.
It
Here we
drives me
go. Here we
crazy.
go.
It drives me crazy. Everybody want to talk to somebody about business. In the business world, nah, bro. Come on, man. Basketball, bro. Come on.
I just don't know how you can extrapolate two halves of playing your real guys in preseason under a new coach and a new offense as something to worry about for an 82 game season. For me, anyway.
Again,
I don't think
who's talking about 82 games?
But you're
I it's hard. I understand what you did,
like, okay,
but
he's saying we might get off to
no,
a
I
slow
get it.
start, is what he's saying.
No, but he's not wrong. I mean, I don't agree. I don't like the sample
I'm
size,
talking
right?
about
Like I
game
think
one. I'm
that
talking about game one.
no, I get it. I get it. I don't I'm with you. Like I don't think that this is a fair assessment of where the team is because the team hasn't played. Like they played a very small amount of time. And I'm talking about our core guys. Who we gonna have? The 8, the 10, the whatever guys. They really haven't. Those guys haven't really played a full game of basketball. So I don't feel like the sample size that you use is a fair and accurate description of what's probably going to happen in game one of the season because we don't know what that's going to look like. I don't think that you're wrong because I think we could start off slow because it's a brand new offense, not because of the numbers that you put you put on the screen. I just feel like it's going to take them a little time to adjust. I don't think it's going to be one game. It may be 10 games. It may be 20. I feel like it's going to be an adjustment period though. But some of those games we're just going to win because we've played together, because we know each other, because our core has stuck together, so we're going to figure out how to win, not because of Mike Brown's system, just because we know each other. Well, I keep saying we, but you know what I mean. They know each other.
I think we're more likely to have an extreme rubber band regression to the mean, and for some random reason we might just light up the Cavs and shoot like 45-50% from three. If
It's
I'm
not
just
like
going
it's
off the bat of the
impossible.
like, it's not impossible, but these are the things that happens because basketball is a funny game like that. You could be in the worst rut of your life, and then somehow you end up going 6 or 7 from three. And
I
then
have
you can't use that as you can't use that as a sample to say, oh, that's who we are. We shoot 45% from three. That's just sometimes it's one of those nights.
I have a question anybody can answer because I'm sure y'all know better than me. When this next game, right? Y'all saying is a dress rehearsal. Is this game gonna be the finalized roster or that's coming after this game?
The last cuts are the day after,
Okay.
the 21st.
All right.
Is it 21st? Day after.
Okay.
Not the 21st, but it's the day after we can make our final cuts. The day after the last preseason game.
Right.
'Cause I was curious to see whether or not we were gonna see our actual team that day, like whoever's gonna be there.
Well,
But we won't
whoever's
because
gonna play,
we don't
whoever's
know.
gonna be in our main rotation is gonna definitely play that day.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like I thought we were gonna get the final team. Like that was gonna be it.
Oh, yeah. I
Right.
think final cuts are gonna be made after that.
Right.
Day
Okay.
after.
Okay.
Will Alex Len make the cut?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
He's on the first thing smoking back to Lafayette.
Yeah, he's no. I think the what's his name? What the center that we got that looks like Mike Brown, he's getting cut too.
Oh man.
Gary Bird might get cut.
Yeah, I think he done for.
It wouldn't completely shock me if Malcolm
I
Brogdon
I
didn't
think
make it, but I want Malcolm Brogdon to make it.
I think anybody who didn't play tonight is on the team.
Ooh.
Anybody who didn't play tonight,
Like
yeah,
the guys that they sat and
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah. They're
I think they
locks.
own the team.
Yeah, they're locks. I said this about Landry Shamet earlier. If
Yeah,
he
that's
was
what I
on
mean.
the bubble, he would not be missing no time because
Right.
he's quote unquote sick.
Yeah.
Same thing for Huck Porty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we know how Porty. There's no way they're cutting him, but
Oh nah, he's
Nah, it ain't. Nah, I ain't gonna.
I think he's gonna have a pretty good big role this season.
Nah. Oh.
I
Oh.
added up the math.
You
All of
added up
our
the math, bro?
Yep, all our center shot 4 of 11 from the free throw line
In
in
the
the
preseason.
preseason.
In the preseason, we were
Yeah,
4-11 from the free throw line.
yeah, from the center position. That's Mitch,
Excuse
Huck
me.
Porty, and Jameson. So
Wow.
they were the ones
Wow.
missing all the free throws.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why look, the reason why I'm talking about the numbers is in terms of the roster. I'm gonna leave that to Leon because I know Leon know how to put together a roster. Right? Leon know how to put together a roster. Is the reason why right now we not begging Quincy AC and Cole Aldridge to come here. Because Leon here. There was a time when our centers were Cole Aldridge and Jason Smith and Kevin Seraphin.
Just like Han referred to during the telecast. There was the one time when the lineup was out there in the second half, and he said, "Oh, the lineup's looking like the lineup we would have back in 2016."
Trash. The Cole Aldridge year, bro.
Bro, he said that right on the telecast. I couldn't believe it.
Bro,
that man, Freezy, that man was a millionaire playing with a hole in his mouth.
Bro.
On purpose.
Do y'all remember when he got the second tooth knocked out? Y'all remember that? When that man got the second tooth knocked out and he was talking about getting a tooth added.
Oh
right?
my God.
Like, bro, what are you doing? Y'all remember when Jason Smith came to the Knicks and started wearing a ponytail? He didn't have a ponytail before he got to the Knicks, bro.
You're the first man to go to the NBA and turn down NBA's insurance.
Yeah, bro. That's why the reason why I'm looking at numbers and stuff, everybody. I'm not trying to say doom and gloom. I'm not saying that Mike Brown's gonna be a bum. What I am saying though is I'm concerned. I am concerned that the offense is not on schedule. And we can all dispute that. And I get it. Because some may think the offense is on schedule. Personally, I don't think it is. Now, I think the defense is ahead of schedule, right? And so way ahead of schedule. I think the way it's looking to me, based on scheme and switching and freedom to communicate, that this switching defense is going to be better than any year of Tom Thibodeau's defense since he's been here. Now, that's my opinion. But I think when you let wing players be active athletic wings, they're disruptive to an offense. Right? That's my belief. Now, I might be wrong. Right? I don't believe in taking a wing player and smashing him on screens all night and then having the other wing have to take the place of three wings. Because you neutralize them. Basically, you take OG Anunoby and you zone him up, and you take the other wing and smash him on screens. And then you wonder why the corner three is open all night against shooters like the kid from Oklahoma City or the kid from Detroit. Right? Now, with that said, will the offense resolve itself? Of course the offense is going to resolve itself. But what I'm saying to you is I don't know an exact date or time when that offense is going to be clicking like Mike Brown wants it to click. Now, maybe y'all do. I don't. Maybe, like Tori B said, maybe it's going to take 10 games. I don't know. I am concerned, and this is the reason why I put the numbers up here. I am concerned that the offense is not, for an offensive-minded coach, for a guy that came here talking about pace pace of play and running and run, and then what you're actually seeing as a result from him implementing this stuff is not really what we signed up for. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying fire Mike Brown. What I am saying is Mike Brown better show me some damn offense. I know that.
Yeah.
I think we've produced the amount of shots we're supposed to be producing with the pace we're running right now. Just is it Mike Brown's fault they missing open shots?
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
think in the
And I
first
was gonna
half
say that because they missed a lot of
they missed a
shots.
lot of open shots.
They missed a lot of shots.
So
Right.
is
You
it
know,
And
it
I
was
don't.
an
hard for me to
offensive
find
problem
that
or is it
highlights
just the
of.
players?
It was really hard for me to find that highlight of the Wizards versus Knicks preseason game. That's how bad it was. I had to find a Vietnamese uploader for
Right.
that game. And I understand where you're coming from because, this first October schedule is not looking that it's not a cakewalk. Let's just say that.
Right.
I don't feel like any of our games is gonna be a cakewalk. Every team in the league is gonna come for our head. Every single team.
I don't
None
know
of
about
these
that,
games gonna be easy games.
but I'm talking about the teams that really know that they've been a playoff mainstay. I'm talking about Miami, the Celtics, Cleveland. You know those guys.
Right.
Listen, game one coming. We
Yeah.
gonna see exactly where we are. When October 22nd or the 21st?
22nd. Yeah.
22nd.
22nd. It's next week.
That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
That's next week.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
This
next
is
week.
what I'm saying. So basically, we have about 7 or 8 days to start to get into championship form.
If you
Right?
if
Start to
we
get in championship. Of course,
right,
nobody's gonna be in championship form in October.
right.
But
Listen, no, take all season.
right,
Take
but at
all
the same
season.
time, you don't want to be the 6th seed
No,
come
absolutely
the end
not.
of January though.
You don't want
Yeah.
to be
You feel
fighting
me?
the whole playoffs. I
Right,
mean, you're gonna be fighting, but you know what I mean. You don't want to be in the dregs of the bowels of the standings come
right,
playoff times.
right. That's one of the things that I'm talking about. Like legitimately, when you have a veteran team, when you have a team with guys that may have a injury past, you don't want to be playing high leverage games at the end of March, early
Right.
April. You want to not be on cruise control, but you want to be having and listen, I know some of y'all are bosses at work. So when I say this, y'all understand what I'm saying. You at the beginning of April, you want to start having the rest versus rust conversation. You want to be
Hmm.
having the skill versus will conversation at the beginning of April. You don't want to have this game. You don't want to have the conversation. Jalen Brunson has a tender ankle at the beginning of April, but he's got to play the rest of the season because we're the 4th seed.
Right.
These are the things that I'm getting at. I think we should, in my mind, for the diehard Knicks fans like y'all, like for the ones that live, no lie. I was talking to Tori B one Saturday. It was like 4:30 in the morning about the Knicks.
Yep.
Wow.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, the only reason why I even got out of this because I had to use the bathroom. I could have talked for another 45 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
And
saying?
I had to go to work.
And right, and be at work like this.
I had to
You know
go
what
to
I'm
work.
saying? So
Oh,
that's what I'm
Sorry
saying.
for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these things, like the small things, is what I'm saying. Like if we get off to like this slow start, okay, so if you think I'm being negative, right? If you thought I was being negative just now, don't think I'm being negative. Just think about everybody have their own opinion and everybody have their own concerns. We just gonna respect that. But if you thought that was being negative, can you imagine if the Knicks start the season 20-20?
You know
don't
what,
be putting that
Freezy?
in the
You
air. What's wrong with you?
You
look
Don't be putting that in the air.
while you
Don't
while
do
you
it.
was while you
We
was
not
talking
speaking that
while you
into
was
existence at all.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but like Freezer, when you were showing us that graphic, the spreadsheet, right, and you was talking about free throws, a light bulb went in my head, and I was like thinking, going into the season, are the refs going to cut up some slack?
I don't think so.
You're a Knicks fan, man. You got to know the answer's no. Yo.
That's what I'm worried about. You know, you're talking about free throw percentage. I'm like, are the refs going to have our backs?
Vert, you know the reason why I put it on the screen?
Why?
Because missed free throws is a lot of times it's a fatigue issue.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times that's fatigue. Like I remember being late in games, second half of games, and you dive for a loose ball, somebody foul you, you can barely get up because you gave everything you had on the last play, and now you got to go to the free throw line. Your team down by, and this is back in the day when the game tied up and they give you the 1-and-1. Remember the 1-and-1 where if you don't make the first one, you don't get the second one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember the moments like it's the 1-on-1. You got to hit this free throw in order to get the second one, right? That's the type of stuff I'm saying. Like little stuff like, man, are we running at a pace that's so incredibly unsustainable that it's affecting our jump shots?
But Freezy, what do you think that fatigue issue? What do you think that stems from?
I think it's from pace on offense and defense. I think
you don't think it was like over usage, like the minutes?
No, not in the preseason.
Oh,
I'm referring to preseason.
Okay,
I'm not talking about last year. I think that the best kept secret. I think the best kept secret of Mike Brown so far is how much energy we exert on defense. I think the energy, the pace is offense and defense. But since people measure pace by offensive numbers, I think we don't necessarily see it. Like Jalen Brunson legitimately is not resting on defense. It's the reason why I brought up he was guarding Anthony Edwards because he wasn't resting on
it's
defense.
a lot of work.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of work. Dre heard me say this a million times over the past 5 years. Dre, have you ever heard me say that it's tough in this league to be a two-way player?
Yep.
Bro, it's tough. It's tough being a two-way player. This is
like
ask Kawhi.
We say it every broadcast almost when people complain about Cat and Brunson's defense.
Right. It's hard. It's hard, man, to be a two-way player in this league, man.
Just ask Kawhi.
They give Luka a pass every time. They give the Joker a pass every time.
Every
Dudes don't play
time.
no defense either.
You think OG Anunoby's making $200+ million for no reason?
Right.
He earned every bit of that paycheck.
Player.
3D.
Right. So that's why when I'm saying, like, when I put the numbers up, man, in my heart, I'm telling y'all that this concerns me, not because I don't think Mike Brown can design an offense. That's the opposite of what I'm saying. I know that man can design an offense. I see him design a specific offense for the specific team he coached everywhere he went. Right? Everywhere he went, he just designed a specific offense for his team, had a nickname and everything. Right? But what I'm saying is now that Brunson and Cat have to play defense under this guy, right? And be the offensive hub and run at the beginning of every possession, I think it may take us some time. And I say us like I'm the sixth man of the Knicks, but I think it's going to take us some time to work our way into the Mike Brown, like the perfection that Mike Brown wants. Not perfection overall, like without flaw, but I'm saying it's going to take us some time to round into what Mike Brown wants from his offense and defense every night.
Right. So this was inevitable that, they're going to have, it's going to take some time to learn his offense.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like legit, we're seeing Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns run after rebounds. Like how long is it gonna be before we find a third center that's like them, that's gonna be able to be in that big man rotation? So when Cat's minutes come down and Mitch's minutes sustain at a certain point, and you have that gap in minutes, and now you have to rotate those three guys. right? Like legit, we have to find an answer for that. Like, because if Mitchell Robinson gets switched onto somebody and Mike Brown just lets him guard that person, do you know how much energy Mitch is going to exert guarding a wing or a guard or something like that? Now he's going to be fantastic at it, right? But how much energy is that going to take?
I see.
Hey, coach, you remember the run and shoot? Remember the run and shoot in Houston?
Yeah.
Under Warren Moon, remember they used to have 4 receivers on the field all the time, and the defense had Lamar Lathan and Chuck Cecil and them on it, and they was mad at the offense. They like, man, y'all need to run the football, but but bro, we scoring 50 points a game. They're like, bro, all I do is go. As soon as I take my helmet off, I got to go back on the field. You know what I'm saying? It just like this thing. I think it's that part, Tory B. That's my concern. That's my concern, right? Like
if you're gonna, let me just say this: if you want to save your energy for defense, then your offense has to be more efficient in shooting the basket.
Right.
Basically. Yo, I'm gonna head on out because my battery's dying. But I actually want to ask Coach a question, because I know I've seen his background. I see Mets and Buccaneers, right? Coach, do you think that Baker Mayfield is slowly becoming an MVP candidate?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, they don't give out the MVP in 6 games, but the 6-game MVP right now, it's got to be him.
It's got to be him, bro.
I mean, he's got 4 last drive wins. He's won again. He's beaten 2 one-win teams, missing 6 of his starters on offense, including 3 offensive linemen and his 2 top receivers.
Yeah. And his running back was out.
And his running back was out. And
Bucky
he
Irvin.
still won.
And that dude Uten, that dude Uten, for some reason, just like to drop key third downs. I saw the game, Coach. You can't.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him, bro. Some of those balls you just got to catch him, bro.
But I mean, besides the numbers and what he's doing and the winning, I mean, that dude, he's the heart and soul right now.
I still don't know how he got that 3rd and 17.
Well,
scrambling.
He does like 1 or 2 of those every game, bro. So at least this year, yeah. I mean, last year he did a lot too.
Like his frame would not dictate that he can physically do that.
I mean, that's usually. Well, I was going to say Josh Allen, but yeah, Fisher.
That's all hard, man.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, I'm nervous because of
that's another division win for you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean,
it makes me sad though. About not necessarily about that, but the Patriots are back already. Like
slowly but surely. Let's not.
Already. They lead the division again, and I think their quarterback has he started out the season with 5 straight 100 100 QB rating games.
And
So
when did
that just makes he's not turning the ball
over. ACL.
Who?
Right? In New England, one of their receivers just blew his ACL, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Last game.
I didn't catch that. I'm just looking at them winning games, and their quarterback play is looking really good.
Drake May.
Hey, Vert, I want to say something to you because I know you said you were going to dip. Since you mentioned MVP, I said this on another show. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I think one of the ways the Knicks win the NBA title is Jalen Brunson has to win the MVP. Right now, here's the thing: can Jalen Brunson win the MVP? Yes. Right. Here's the thing: is it tough for a New York basketball player to win MVP? Yes, because of a lot of things that are outside basketball, right? But what I will say is this: where Corey Lee went? Lee, you okay? Hold on, let me put this thing. Lee in the chat. I think if Jalen Brunson has an MVP season, and I don't mean MVP like, and I don't mean in the top whatever. I mean Jalen Brunson is your 2025, 2026 NBA MVP that guarantees the Knicks a championship. Right? And see, the thing is about that is multiple. It's Dre. What's the word you use? That's like a multiplier. What's the word you? I think you use a word like something's like a multiplier.
Uh,
You
you're using it. You're using the word right now, multiplier.
well maybe okay. So the thing is with an MVP being Jalen Brunson being the MVP, right? What happens is, of course, in the playoffs, the MVP gets MVP calls, right?
Oh,
Right. At
okay.
the
That's
same
what I
time,
mean.
at the same time, though, when somebody's playing at an MVP level, his rising tide raises all the boats around him, right? So he makes everyone around him better. So if Jalen Brunson ascends to that MVP level, I think the Knicks are guaranteed to win the NBA title. And here's the thing: the MVP is a regular season award. So by the time game 70, 75 get here, we basically know who the MVP is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We basically, by the time the playoffs start, you basically know who the MVP is going to be. Right. It's usually the worst kept secret in the league. Right. But here's my point of consternation. Can Jalen Brunson and Mike Brown's offense be the MVP of the league?
Players are gonna have to want to defer to him as well.
Yeah.
Like in order to win MVP in this league, you got to have gaudy numbers, like very gaudy numbers. Like
you got to lead in categories.
Like SGA won MVP, and the reason he beat out Jokic is because he averaged 30 the entire year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Did they
I'm
have
not
the best
sure Mike
record in the
Brown
league?
will allow Brunson to play enough.
Yes.
To
They
get
did,
30
right?
every night.
Yeah.
Did OKC have the best record in the league?
Yep.
Yeah, they had the best record in the league. He led the league in scoring, right? SGA.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were still trying to give it to Jokic.
That's a tall order, man.
And then he was like, what? He
I
was
mean,
like in the
Jokic is a special player.
top 5 in assists too, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. No. He only averaged like 5 or 6 assists.
Yeah.
And that has to, like, the MVP award has to correlate with the fact that this team is capable of going deeper into the playoffs.
Right.
You have to be viewed as a true contender. Like you're the difference between that team being okay.
Like you are the reason why they're a true contender.
Right. Now remember, the MVP is a regular season award now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We got to remember the MVP is a regular season award. So you have to be like the front runner of the front. The reason why Jokic didn't get it is because Cleveland started out scorching hot at the beginning of the last season, right?
Yes.
OKC was like in their rear view mirror. So when Cleveland started slowing down, OKC kept their pace. And that's how they won 68 games. Because if y'all remember, I think Cleveland started out 19-1.
68.
Yeah, they did.
I think it was 67, but still, yeah.
61.
That's
Yeah. Right.
It's one of those things, like, and it's the pairing that with gaudy numbers, because even if Cleveland finished with the most wins, like their highest score was like 23 points per game. Like Donovan didn't have that crazy year because they did it with depth. Whereas OKC was like, hey man, we have talent, but we're gonna make this offensive system be top heavy. Whole lot of SGA.
Right.
All the time. And to be absolutely honest, not that many players can live in that type of ecosystem where it's just, hey, I'm just going to destroy you from the mid range and get to the paint all game long, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
He's like. I'm not going to diminish what SGA did because he's absolutely a special player, but it takes a combination of that, because the combination of having all those wins and those gaudy numbers got him over Jokic. Because if like OKC won 59 games instead of the 67, you best believe Jokic gets that MVP.
Jokic is the MVP. Because Jokic was leading the NBA in rebounding and 3-point percentage at one point.
And while getting 25
Yep.
and 10 plus boards.
And his team is winning.
Yeah, you make all those around you better. Rising size lifts all boats. Yeah, you're right.
And he almost knocked SGA in the mouth by himself.
Right. And so here's the thing about the what Dre said about the mid-range thing. I think this is one of the reasons why I feel like diehard Knicks fans should pay attention to this. SGA put a template out there for somebody to win the MVP, but it's not his template. I believe it's Jalen Brunson's template. It just wasn't maximized, right? Like, I think we were saying the term Brunson burner before SGA was legitimately. Now, SGA has been great for a long time, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there has been a Jalen Brunson slow burn and that mid-range thing for a very long time. And what separates him, in my opinion, from others that won the MVP, say SGA, is that Jalen Brunson on knockdown threes is one of the greats in the game. But since we never had a guard or a playmaker on a team that can create 4, 5, 6 looks per game for Jalen Brunson off ball to get spot up threes, we rarely get to see it. When Dante was here, you had to respect Dante's three, which means the defense had to go to Dante, which means the skip pass goes to Brunson, and Brunson can knock down the three, right? When you have a combination of Dante, Grimes, and Brunson, you had to respect the three, right? But the last couple we just didn't have that.
You know what it is? For what it is, like the difference between being an All NBA and the MVP is those 3 to 4 easy points.
Yep.
That the MVP gets.
Yeah.
That takes that 26 to 30.
Yeah.
I thought that was the difference between second team and first team.
Yeah.
Well, Brunson, I'm gonna keep it real. Brunson got robbed out of first team. How the hell do you finish number 5 in MVP voting, but you're not first team All NBA?
It don't make sense.
Because he's a Knick. They
You're
hate
a
him.
top 5 player, but you're not All NBA first team.
They hate him.
And they changed the rules by that point, so it was positionless. So you could have 5 point guards, hypothetically speaking, as top 5 in MVP voting, or
you know
All
they're
NBA
not going to
voting,
do the right thing, Dre. They're not going to do the right thing.
Yeah,
no.
You know how it goes.
Part of that too, though, is Jalen Brunson. I don't think a guard can win the MVP shooting 82% from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson, I'm saying this to Jalen Brunson. Hey, JB, you giving the MVP away. Like, if Jalen Brunson was shooting 88% from the free throw line, dude, for one, people wouldn't foul him as much, and two, you picking up those points.
Free points.
People wouldn't legit.
That's the philosophy.
If they knew Jalen Brunson was a dead eye free throw shooter, like what does SGA shoot, like 88%, 90%? There it is.
And they had the nerve to call Jalen Brunson a foul hunter.
There it is, right?
He shoots 90.
There, and that's where you get those points from.
Yeah.
That's where you. And so I bring that up because I looked at the past MVPs and then I also looked at past champions. And in order for the Knicks to win a championship based on what the modern NBA looks like, 3-point shooting, wing depth, MVP caliber guy, flexible and a moldable coach. When the Knicks have a lot of these things in place, the only thing they don't have is the MVP player. The guy that can legit is an MVP caliber guy every year.
And also the higher curse of thought, man.
Yeah, until you got to have that guy in order to be in the championship conversation every year.
That's what it feels like. You got to check all the boxes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, That's
All
why
right,
I'm saying,
guys. I'm out.
hey man, hey Vert, thank you for coming, bro. You know we always enjoy your company, bro. All
No problem, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Peace
right,
out.
boss. Yeah, man.
Good night.
Yeah. So, hey, so Tori B, you think I'm because I think I'm right on track with it because I've been like just looking at stuff. But you think I might be overdoing it with the MVP, Jalen Brunson MVP talk?
No,
Okay.
because they keep saying the Knicks can't win because they don't have a legit superstar. And if he's MVP, he's your legit superstar.
Right. 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 Yeah.
And it ain't like he can't do it because he has the numbers.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a point when he was leading the in scoring in the playoffs. Am I wrong? I could be wrong, but I think he was.
He was.
Yeah, that man was scoring 39 points a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, like the man.
He was
There's
putting
not
up
much he can't do. Like
he was putting up he was putting up
the
Michael Jordan
numbers are
numbers.
incredible.
He was putting up
Like
Michael Jordan numbers in the playoffs.
right.
Like
Right.
numbers you haven't seen since Michael.
That's
Right.
why I get so offended when they be like he's not a superstar. I'm like, no way. This man does. He leaves it all on the court all the time. No way.
Right.
Like, I gotta stop.
Dre, this is the reason why I'm saying this is the reason why I'm looking at where we are in the preseason. Bro, if we don't, man, look, man.
For that to happen for Jalen, though, that has to be a total team effort.
But here you go, Freezy.
Like,
If Brunson is who you say you are, despite even if you have players with a slow start, he can put the team on his back.
yeah,
That's what
right. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I
I
didn't mean to
mean, we
cut
done
you off.
seen it in the playoffs where no one else shows up but him.
this is Tori B. This is what I'm saying though. What this is the thing. What I'm saying is you want to have Jalen put the team on his back, but you want him to put the team
No,
on his
no,
in stages. You want him to
no.
carry for 15 games and then the team carry for
No,
15 games and then
I
Jalen carry for 15 games
I
and
want
then
them to. I want them to win. Like,
right,
I don't give a damn about no MVP at the end of the day. I would love for him to get it, but I don't care if he gets it as long as we get a championship. But the only way, you're not wrong. Like they're not gonna give us the calls that
yep,
we deserve if he's not the MVP.
right,
And Juan, you absolutely wrong, B. Where Nick fans are not the only people who like Jalen Brunson.
right.
I
That man
prefer him.
jersey sales is like top 5 in the league. So you gotta stop.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
you have to stop. Like you want to troll in the chat, that's fine. You can have your opinion on Jalen Brunson. You can have your opinion on Nick fans, but please, that man's jersey is literally like top 5 in the league. He's not everywhere the Knicks go. There's Jalen Brunson fans. You're gonna find a jersey in every stadium. So stop. Just stop.
Yeah, I promise you this though. I promise you this. I prefer him to be the Finals MVP more than anything.
Usually that's how it go though, bro. Your
I
NBA
understand not
MVP
the
and Finals MVP
the
usually.
the MVP jersey, the MVP narrative is bigger than the jersey narrative. But what I'm saying to you is that your assessment is wrong. You said nobody but Nick fans like Jalen Brunson like that, and that's not true.
Yeah,
That was my point.
yeah,
And I'm letting you know that there's a ton of people out there who like Jalen Brunson. Stop.
yeah,
They talk about the man on ESPN all NBA season. That's not a Nick channel. That's a national news channel.
right,
Stop.
right, right. Yeah, no, so what I'm saying is like the point I'm getting at is when you get to the Eastern Conference Finals and say we're playing the Celtics, you know Jason Tatum is going to get every call under the, you know it, right? If we get to the finals and play Denver or play OKC, y'all already know these dudes is getting all the calls, and they deserve it. Jokic is a top 10 player of all time. Right?
Already?
All time. Yep. All time, bro. I mean, he is a top 10 player of all time. So and he's not even old. Might be entering his prime years. Like we don't know how great he's gonna be. and then you have Jalen Brunson and Cat going up against Jokic, you're like, it's not a fair fight because Cat's going to get 0 calls, and Jalen Brunson's going to get calls, but he's not going to get MVP Jokic calls. It's the same thing. Like Jalen Williams from OKC is a stud, right? He's a stud, right? But he supports SGA. Like SGA is going to get all the calls. But there were calls in the NBA Finals where the defender had his hands behind his back and just had his chest on SGA, and they were blowing the whistle. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it in Game 7.
Yep.
So, he was definitely getting them Phantom Michael Jordan calls.
but he's the MVP.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I think
I don't like it for them, no, because I don't feel like they went through the fire. For as much as I didn't like the fact that Mike got on them calls, he was getting beat the hell up by the Detroit Pistons and everybody, not just
the
them,
Knicks
but
are beating them up, to be absolutely
for
honest
a
with you.
very long time before he started getting the whistle.
At least 5 years, at
right.
least.
And these dudes is getting the whistle for like 2 days in the league. Get the whistle.
Yeah, they getting yeah. So I gotta ask Dre. Dre, what you think about the MVP thing? You think that's just like a bridge too far, or you think random NBA head coach can win a championship just by outcoaching another head coach in the NBA playoffs?
Well,
and I say random because whichever coach you pick, I'd be like, okay.
If you have an MVP caliber player, it's one of usually the most obvious ingredients, because if you go by the last 10 or so champions, all of them have had guys that have won MVP or won it recently. You can take the Celtics out of it, even though Tatum has finished as high as like third in MVP voting. He hasn't won one, but every other team has had a former MVP on it or a guy that has won MVP that year.
Yeah.
So unless we believe this roster is completely loaded, like as the Celtics were, you'd want one of your guys to be in that echelon that's viewed as unquestionably the best player that year. Can Mike Brown maximize what Brunson is to the point that he's just this extremely potent offensive machine? Because he's not going to get the reputation defensively because of his stature. So he has to be this machine, this beacon of efficiency.
He basically would have to have that Allen Iverson season,
or Stephen Curry season,
right?
Yeah, or a combination.
Right.
Yeah, a combination of both. Yeah.
And could you see Brunson being a hyper efficient 28, 29 while the Knicks won 64, 65 games and run away with the number 1 seed?
I actually could see that.
I can see that.
I can see that.
It would have to be a combination of those 2 things.
But if Mike Brown gets this offense clicking like we think he's gonna get it clicking, it's gonna be easy for Jalen to get 28 to 30 points a game.
Can Jalen Brunson get 28, 29, 30 on 18, 19 shots a night?
Yes, I think so.
I think he's gonna get a lot of wide open shots.
You know where it starts. Mike Brown is telling you what type of offense he wants to run with the Knicks. He hadn't called it the Trident offense yet, but that's what he's telling you he wants to run. He wants to run 2-3. He wants 2 3-point shooters run into the corner to flatten out the defense. Right? That's what he wants. He wants a man in between a 3-point shooter and the ball that cannot commit because they're being jeopardized, right? They're basically a defender put on the island on both sides of the floor, right? That's what he wants. And then he wants also guys pinching in from the 45 cut. I talked to Dre about last year. He wants dudes doing those 45 cuts, pinching in the lane to get those feet in the lane, also to attack the rim. He mentioned it. He was like, hey man, listen, I can throw 5 lobs a night to Mitch if I want to. Right? He said that out of his own mouth.
He said he could do it himself. That's what he said. He's like, I throw 5 lobs to Mitch myself in this over.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. And you know what that creates? That creates a one-on-one matchup, Jalen Brunson versus some random defender that picked him up in transition.
And it's not against the set defense that already knows what rotations I need to make. It's against a scramble defense that's hesitating. And once you're hesitating against an all NBA caliber offensive player, you already lost.
You already lost. You already lost. I think he's going to obliterate De'Aaron Fox's numbers. The difference between Jalen Brunson and De'Aaron Fox, I mean, outside of physical traits, right? Because one is a tall guard that's blazing fast and athletic, right? Jalen Brunson's not that, right? But the difference between De'Aaron Fox and Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson can shoot, right? Like legit Jalen Brunson.
Wow.
Jalen Brunson. I think 2 years ago, we were talking about the Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes backcourt, and I researched it while me and Dre were on the air. And we looked up the number, and Jalen Brunson was shooting 47.6% on spot up threes on like 2.4 attempts per game.
And you know what's funny about that, Freezy? We got his shooting coach that helped him in Dallas. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
We reacquired his shooting coach.
I didn't know that. Okay.
He was let go by his prior team, and we reacquired him.
All right, look at the Knicks. The Knicks out here trying to do something.
Yeah, we acquired his shooting coach, and Jalen Brunson attributes a lot of what he's become as a shooter
from
to
Dallas,
that coach.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
they signed him like a couple of weeks ago. They signed him.
I believe it was last week.
Yeah, they signed. I saw that.
So y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like some of the conversations, and I know some of the conversations rock the boat. Like people are like, "Yo, why are we always talking about such and such, man? Yo, you mad at Tyler Kolek? Nah, man, I ain't mad at Tyler Kolek. I don't care."
F them kids, yo. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about Gary Bird.
That woke up, Core.
I've been woke.
Right. He's like,
F them kids.
Right. We out here talking about Gary Bird, bro. What I'm talking about is this. The Knicks are gonna get off to a hot start. And I can almost damn near promise you. Somewhere between the King holiday and the trade deadline, the Knicks are gonna make a major move. Like go get the finishing piece that we've been talking about for years. Right. That's what I think. Right. I can't promise it, but that's what I think. I think the Knicks are gonna be at that spot where they finally say, you know what, now's the time for us to go all in and get a
closer,
a Klay Thompson. Right. Now I know Klay Thompson on
Where
the
Klay
surface.
at?
I know people like Klay Thompson, 45 years old. Nah. Do y'all know what's at the Lee? Do you know what's at the very top of the birthday cake? A wax candle on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's on top of your birthday cake. You don't need what's on top. The birthday cake is the prize, right? And then you just put a little finishing thing on the top. Right? You ever been to a wedding? Bro,
man.
The cake be like 5 foot high. You know what they put on top of the cake, the finishing thing?
The little bride and the groom.
Bride and the groom.
You feel you feel me? It'd be like that finishing piece, right? And so I'm not saying Klay is the answer, right? But I'm saying depending on what the Knicks need by the King holiday, I can see Leon Rose paying, maybe even overpaying for that piece, and to bring that piece in order for us to make that run at a thing. I don't think no major move is coming between now and by opening night. It's too early. You got to see what you got to see.
Right.
You got to see what Mike Brown can do with this right here before you juggle. Think about this. Mike Brown has started the summer with this team, went to training camp, off-season workouts, blah, blah, preseason. And then at the start of the season, you're going to mix up the roster again. So now he got to go through the whole process of rotations and minutes and lineups.
Acclimating everybody.
Yeah. How does that make sense? That don't make sense. What you want to do is see what you got right now, you know what I'm saying, for like 50 games or 45 games, 45, 50 games. And then whatever the glaring need is, go get your Klay Thompson, or go get your Grady Dick, or go get your whoever, right? Go get that guy when you know that's your finishing piece. Right? That's what I think. I think that is what's going to make Jalen Brunson the MVP, right? Jalen Brunson is a top 5 MVP candidate type guy. What one or two guys can I go out and get to push Jalen Brunson into that MVP conversation where it's undisputable? That's what I be thinking, and I know y'all think I'm bugging, right? I don't know what everybody always think I be bugging.
One lesser known part about like winning MVP. If Brunson makes a statement on all these nationally televised games, that creates the narrative on its own.
Yep.
If he comes out stomping on teams, quality teams,
Christmas Day,
opening week,
opening night.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel? Y'all know the NBA is on NBC, right?
Yep, Peacock now.
Yep, these NBC games, bro.
These prime games.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's Jalen and a bunch of dudes. What I'm saying is we have an excellent roster led by Jalen Brunson. Like, Cat is the best shooting big man ever. Right? Cat is probably a top 100 rebounder of all time.
Another thing, Freezy, another thing that bodes well, like you said, as a leader, the GMs in the league voted who was like the best leader in the league, and his number 1 was Steph Curry, and number 2 was voted as Jalen Brunson.
Right.
And leadership factors into winning those types of awards.
Right.
If you're viewed as a great leader on top of being talented, and you have the numbers and your team has the record,
right,
they're only going to look at you as the focal driving point for that.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
So it takes a perfect storm, but the ingredients are not unattainable. You could definitely shop for those ingredients.
Yep. Yeah, and listen, I appreciate y'all at least listening my pipe dream out, like at least listening out to my pipe dream, right? Because listen, I already know, because every time I try to, because what happens is every time I have to it's like the stories. You know how the stories don't get juicy until like 30 minutes in or whatever. You know, you got to start a little thing. Like you can't just shoot J.R. Ewing. You got to have 9 people mad at J.R. Ewing first, right? And
you need the lead up. You need the lead up.
When J.R. Ewing gets shot, you be like, "Oh, who shot J.R.?" You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like when you know what I'm saying? That's what. So I appreciate y'all at least hearing me out, like looking at the number and all that stuff, because I honestly believe like we got to build towards a certain thing. It all starts with this team be able to support an MVP candidate. Can they support an MVP candidate? Right? Like can they do their job good enough where, Lee, can they not drown and get in a boat so when Jalen Brunson comes along with the rising tide, he can raise all the boats. He not drowning. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Right? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like I legit think, and at first when I was going to tell it to y'all, I was thinking like he's got to be Jalen Iverson. And the more I thought about it, or like I'm kind of like, because I thought Steph Curry, and then I thought Jalen Iverson, and like right now I'm somewhere in the middle. But what I can guarantee though is do y'all remember when Steph Curry started winning championships?
Yep.
Steph Curry started playing defense. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Well, he got in the gym and got his body right.
Yep.
He wasn't that little kid out of Dayton. Like he actually put, like, if you actually look up what he looks like right now compared to what he looked like when he first got to the league.
Come on, bro. He has more facial hair now.
Right.
He got about 25 pounds of straight muscle.
Y'all remember when him and Westbrook used to stand side by side?
He used to look like a teenager.
And he used to look like Trae Young?
Yeah.
Now you're like, man, is Steph bigger than Westbrook?
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, wait a minute, is Steph bigger than Westbrook? I mean, I don't know. You go by the official measurements, they look like the same size. Like how Kevin Durant and Giannis are both 6'11", 240, right? But when you look at one, you like, hey, wait a minute. This is like he way bigger than KD, bro. But you know,
upper body, yeah, of course. Giannis' upper body is crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta wrap up right there, man, because I gotta get on these phones at 8:00, man.
Gotta pay them bills.
But I appreciate y'all at least hearing me out on this thing and just not dismissing what I was saying out of hand. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. Because I felt like I feel like when we listen to each other and just not point fingers, I feel like the dialogue always be better. Am I wrong or am I just corny?
No, you're on point.
Because if I'm corny, I ain't doing it no more. So Tori B, what you think? What you think?
Are you right, huh?
Huh?
I said you're right.
Okay, I'm just saying, because if it's corny, man, we just had to fight every night or something.
I'm telling you, we gonna just put it all in the list. You know, our list is diabolical. Put it all in the list. And I knew you was distracted because when I said it earlier, you was like, all right. I'm like, he distracted.
Yeah, I'm trying to put some stuff together. Yo, list messed me up, y'all. I'm the worst list maker ever.
We're gonna put it in the list. Our list is diabolical. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
If you want something, if you want it messed up, man, let me put it on the list. Bro, yo, if y'all hear how I talk about Jay Dilla, bro,
I'll be kicking that man back in.
Oh,
for no reason.
If y'all hear how I be talking about the Osley brothers, yo,
I don't know what the hell wrong with you about that one.
They yacht rock, bro. That's just what.
Oh my God!
What he say? What?
They yacht rock.
Yacht rock is cool though. What's wrong with yacht rock? I got
like
a whole yacht rock playlist.
I like yacht rock. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yacht rock.
Yeah, I think they yacht rock, man.
Man, don't you ever talk about my man Mr. Big like that? How dare you?
My taste in music is whack, bro. My taste in music is whack. I just found that out. I just found yo, man, I'm in my 50s and I just found out my taste in music is whack, bro.
As long as you like your taste, it don't matter.
And as long, yeah.
You the one that got to listen to it.
Well, that's true. And one of the things I find fascinating about this, about Lawrence Tears and Echo and Essence, and this is what I want to say to the chat. Because I notice when in other chats, like people in these chats, they go to other chats and they be beefing over there too. What I'll say to y'all is when I beef or when we beef, like up here on the thing, that's all it is. It's like, yo, we like, nah, man, I don't agree with it with such a but beyond, as soon as we change the subject, talk about something else, it's basically what it is we can argue all day, but we know we just arguing over a topic. That's it. Listen, you already know how I love Tory B in the Bronx. We got to represent from the Bronx, Jersey City. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Queens is you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, we'll argue a little bit. But generally what I'd be trying to do is stir the pot so we can get to a conversation so that we can get to the point where we can bring the best out of each other. So chat, that's what the whole thing is about, man. Bringing the best out of each other in these conversations, man. Tory B, Virtuoso, GI, Coach, Corey Lee, Dre, man. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking. Yuri.
Yep, Yuri.
Appreciate everybody coming through rocking, man.
All right.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only